So, it looks like connectivity issues with Twitch are preventing me from actually being able to stream this, but I figured I'm still able to record, so I'll do that instead. Good morning, everyone. I'm Dexter Gravel, and welcome back to my continued first-time playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV. And today is very special, because as of yesterday, which would be the 23rd of August, it has been 1 year since I started playing this game, but also just streaming in general, so... Happy anniversary, everybody! I didn't really know what else to do exactly to celebrate it, so... something I decided I would do today would be to do the, no, not the anniversary event, the seasonal event that's going on right now, as well as something else new. But for now, something I wanted to point out, if I can actually do this properly. So I was told a while ago that you don't need to worry about voices when you're creating characters for the retainer, but I wanted to try to see if I can do something, because I made a realization just a couple of days ago. Let me actually get what the came back for the request. I got some infantry thigh boots for that. Okay, so, if I'm correct about this... Ah, she didn't do it. Darn it! Okay, so, she didn't do it here, but I did realize that some emotes that they make for when they complete these stuff actually does use voice lines. They're just not actual voice lines. They're just like, mm-hmm, or mm-mm kind of stuff. I just wanted to point out that that was a thing that actually happened. Good day, very good indeed. Okay, unfortunately I couldn't figure that out here, sadly, because I could hear best when I was using it with Lacale, but I couldn't get it to happen here, sadly. I've had it happen before, just not for this day specifically. Alright, so, on to what I wanted to do today. I'm going to head off to Aft Castle, because that is where we can start up this quest, I believe, for the seasonal event. Back this direction. Run! Pardon me, everyone. I got stuff to do today. And I have a bit less time than I wanted to, although I can just still stream for a full 3 hours and go until 9:30 instead of just 9. So, what we have today is, by starting with talking with Mayaru Moyaru, with the quest, A Matter of Course. Mayaru Moyaru looks eager to regale you about all there is to know of the latest Moonfire Fair. Hello there! You look to me like an adventurer who can enjoy a good festival when they see one. And if I may say so myself, the Moonfire Fair is the finest of them all in Eorzea. The fair has served to promote the Adventurers Guild in recent years, and I expect plenty of folks to join the fun this summer. No one will want to miss the exciting show that we're putting on. That's right, due to popular demand and the wishes of Master Geikaruju himself, we brought back the challenge. Uh-oh, I think I've heard of this, actually, by other players. Intrigued, aren't you? Sate your curiosity by speaking with Hermaga in Costa del Sol. Why are they having it start all the way here when you have to go all the way over to Costa del Sol instead? Oh well, I'll figure it out when I get there. Off to Costa del Sol! To see what it is. Oh, I hear more fireworks. Oh, the fireworks are probably behind me. Darn it! So, I have to go talk to... Ah, yes, they're over this way. This direction. Ah, now I can see fireworks. Okay, sprint again. Where exactly do I need to go, actually? That's a good question. Oh, wait, where is it? Oh, it's off on that island. Okay. Time to go swimming. And... Whee! Okay, it's going to take a while for it to get there. That's fine. Speak with Hermaga. That's an odd name. Oh well. Back up Bloodshore. And where is this person needed to talk to specifically? I'm now just realizing I probably could have just flown over. That would have taken less time. Darn it. There's Hermaga. Whoop. Stay away from the tree. Here is Hermaga. Hello there. Welcome to the Moonfire Fair, fair adventurer. You're here to give the challenge a whirl, aren't you? That hulking monstrosity erected upon the shore? I didn't see anything. I wasn't paying attention. What? There's something there? Ooh. Did they really have to do a sting for that? The imposing fortress that turns grown men into weeping babes. The crucible which forges the fiercest warriors or spits out their mangled remains. I, the Eorzean Nimble Warrior Course. Uh-oh. We've had some issues here and there which prevented us from constructing the course anew for a time, but we made it work this year to satisfy the fierce demand from our patrons. It hasn't merely returned, however. Oh no, it's been updated and refined with a new circuit. I dare say it's a course reborn. Reborn? While the new circuit isn't physically demanding, it's no less a spectacle. We recruited the finest gold saucer technicians and a certain bomb expert to craft so many bombs into the new attraction, it feels like a damn volcano's erupting when they go off. Aye, 'tis a trial that tests the resolve of fledgling and experienced adventurers alike, as all are forced to not only to calculate the timing of the impending explosions, but avoid the shockwaves that follow them too. If you think you're up to the task, then by all means show everyone how it's done. I'll give it a whirl. You look eager to try your hand at it despite all the risks. And yet I don't get the sense that you're underestimating the challenge before you either. It would do the young lad good to see the temperament of a veteran like yourself. What that he could learn from your example. What are you talking about? It's nothing. Just this talk about the course is, in all its newfound glory, brought us mind a certain worrisome adventurer. Not gonna say who? Look, you wouldn't mind lending me a hand with something, would you? When you're not busy running the course, naturally. Give me a shout after this if you're interested. Okay. So I can speak with you again? Sure. You'll lend a hand then? You have my gratitude. The matter in question is in regards to a certain new... I suppose he isn't new anymore. Well, anyway, I want you to act as a model of sorts for a certain young adventurer. The lad's name is Ruful Tia. Comes to the Moonfire Fair regularly with his little sister Ramaja, and seems to be a well-meaning fellow for the most part. Recently, though... Well, to be frank, he's putting on airs. You better see him for yourself to get the real picture. I saw him heading to the north of the isle with his sister earlier. You should be able to find him there. While he has his issues, there's no doubt in my mind that he has a promising future as an adventurer. I'll leave it up to you to decide how you want to go about it, but guide him back to the right path, would you? Sure, I could try. So, where are they? Not that far north. Oh, they're right over by this pier, apparently. Aha! There's Ruful Tia. Might you be Dexter? It's an honor to finally meet you. Oh, and this right here... and this right here is my little sister. Pleased to meet you, Mr. Adventurer. My name's Ramaja. Yeah, Ramaja? Yeah. Will you be playing with us today? Playing? Since you're here, there's something I wanted to tell you. Though I've only been an adventurer for a few summers, I've already made a name for myself. Hells, I even have a pair of apprentices. I suppose you'd expect as much from someone who is of my obvious talent, huh? Anyway, what was I? Oh, right, my apprentices. Go on, introduce yourselves. Hello there. Hello there, friend. The pair of us are just your average friendly old novice adventurers who wound up taking up an apprenticeship under our mentor here after he saved us from a sticky situation. He's a big fan of yours, by the way. The mentor we respects you. So if you really think about it, we ought to respect you too. And anyone who commands that much respect is clearly incredible. It's an honor, sir, truly. I've heard all kinds of amazing rumors about you, Dexter. It's a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance. I don't feel like I've done that much, it's been a year, but I've done a lot, actually, now that I think about it. So, I take it you also heard about the challenge and decided to join in the festivities? I won't lie, I'm itching to give the course a go myself. I hear they've even added a new bombastic circuit to it. Though for a prodigy like me who completed it as a novice, the real challenge will be not to fall asleep from boredom. A rising star like me has nowhere to go but up, after all. What will I say? Good luck, or you could try, not being cocky as well. Steering him to the right path would it require me to be forward with him about not being cocky? Maybe? I'll try it. Nonsense. I'm being confident, not cocky. It just comes naturally to me. I guess this is what happens when you become a respectable adventurer, huh? Watch me out there, Dexter. When I tear through that course, you'll understand what I'm capable of. Are you sure you're okay, fool? You've been acting odd lately. I mean, kinda. Am I okay? Ha! I'm better than ever! Don't you worry one bit, Maja. Your big brother's a fully fledged adventurer now. I'll give the crowd a show and be back before you know it. Oh, will you? From the moment I became an adventurer, I've always looked up to you. There's no one I want witnessing my finest achievement more than you. So if you can spare a moment to watch, please wait for me on the beach. Sounds to me you've been an adventurer longer than me. How could you respect me from since then? I've only been doing this for a year. Fool. It'll be okay, Maja. It's your brother, after all. He'll pull through, surely. Yes, I'm sure you have nothing to worry about, my dear. Let's hope so. You'll come too, won't you? I'll feel better if you're there. Sure. I'll see how well this plays out. Now, where exactly am I going? Ah, back further south. Okay, so this structure is over here. I see. Nah. Let's mount up. A little bit quicker. So, you are... Aha! Oh, the destination spot's right here. I see it. Alright, lay in wait and see what happens. Do you see my brother? I can't see anything from here. Maybe because it's very dark. I probably should have done this at daytime. Aha! I sense a damsel in distress. Fear not, young maiden, for we are here to the rescue. We who? Oh. Okay. The proprietor I was talking to before. Let the games begin. I, Bodenfoin, will... Bodenfoin? Yeah, Bodenfoin will humbly serve as herald of the proceedings. And I, Hermaga, have been unjustly nominated to assist him. Together, not even the slightest happening shall escape our ardent observation. Alright, let's see how well he does. Now then, let us look upon our contestant, the up-and-coming adventurer, Raful Tia. With such a daunting trial before him, who knows what could be running through his mind right now? What do these stern blue eyes of yours see, Hermaga? The lad looks eager to get up and at it, and in terms of physique, he looks to be in fine shape. That said, I can't help but notice some nervous energy in him as well. Thank you, Hermaga. Let's wish him the best of luck out. Ah, the contestant has just took off at a run and is presently making his way to the first jet of water. We don't get to actually see it, do we? Darn it. And he soars through the sky expertly. Wow, just look at that landing. A splendid feat indeed. He managed it all without losing his footing. This is proof of his experience as an adventurer. He is well accustomed to moving under pressure, or above it, as it were. Good job so far. So I guess this is kind of telling me what is going to expect when I go through this. And now he's faced with a decision that will change the course of his fate. Does he take the tried and true path, or try his luck at the new circuit? Which route do you think our sprightly contender will take, Hermaga? The new recruit requires a contestant to be calm and collected in the face of a looming barrage of bombs. Unfortunately, I sense such fear in this one. If I were in his shoes, I would pick the old circuit without a second thought. Which one's he gonna pick? Oh, he's picking the new one, it looks like. He's on the move! It seems he's made his decision. The new circuit. The timing of his movements leave much to be desired, however. Even the slightest moment's hesitation could lead to a messy result, and I fear he teetered for too long. Cover your eyes, folks, this could get ugly. He managed to dodge the first explosion, and the second, the third, and the... Gods be good, the shockwave of the fourth explosion has sent him flying like a shooting star. How much is it gonna hurt? Oh, good, he landed in water. Ladies and gentlemen, even as the seawater salts his wounds, I regret to inform you our contestant has been disqualified. No, no, this is bad. This is really, really bad. Well, there goes our audience. This seems as fine a place as any to end the commentary. Please go. Refool needs your help. Right. I hope you haven't forgotten my request. I'm counting on you. Okay. I will try. Let's see how well this works. Now, what? Oh, right, over here. You okay, man? Here, let me provide assistance. I owe you one, Dexter. Lest you all must understand, that wasn't a serious attempt. If I really wanted to complete the course, I could have done it with my hands behind my back. But I'd hardly be entertaining if I just finished it in an instant. There's no drama. Now, when I go back and complete it with these, the crowd will go wild. Genius, huh? Wait a minute, Refool. Is that what you really care about? If so, you're not the person I thought you were. The person I respected. I mean, I'm not just your average adventurer, you know? I need to amaze everyone. No, Refool, you're wrong. I guess you never understood what we admired about you. I'm sorry, but this is farewell. Ooh. I don't think he's getting out of this one unscathed. What did I do wrong? You looking to me for help? That was the whole quest? I thought there would be more to that. There probably is more. Yes, there is. Refool me once. Refool Tia is mired in the depths of despair. Why? What did I do wrong? He's too upset to listen. Maybe you could try to comfort him. You're his hero, so if that doesn't work, I don't know what will. Good thing I actually... No, that's soothe, right? / comfort. Okay, something else entirely. Where is comfort? Where is comfort? There it is. There you go, big guy. It's okay. Thank you for showing me such kindness, Dexter. I'm still trying to wrap my head around why those two left. Is it because I failed the course? Because I look pathetic? No, silly, that's not it at all. Really? It's not because I look pathetic? Say, Dexter, do you have any idea why? What will I say? It's because you failed miserably, you weren't taking it seriously, or you tried to hide from your mistakes. Yeah, I'm thinking this one. Tried to hide the fact that you failed. Hide from a mistake? I don't quite understand, but it sounds wise. You didn't look like you were taking it seriously, fool. I wasn't taking it seriously. So what? Even if I had, I would have failed all the same. I thought if did it on purpose, then maybe. Who would admire someone who gives up before they've even started? The brother I look up to always does his best, no matter how he looks or what others think of him. If you can't understand that, maybe I'll try the course myself and show you what I mean. Uh-oh. My, that is some remarkable gumption you have there, little miss. Alas, I'm afraid children may not, under absolutely any circumstances, participate in the competition. I hope you don't mind, but I overheard your conversation. In my opinion, you're a pathetic excuse for an adventurer, Rafool. Just awful. You're right. You taught me so much, yet I put on such a miserable performance. Everyone must think I'm so pitiful. Just listen to yourself, lad. You want to know what your problem is? Vanity. You've lost sight of what's truly important. Think back. Try to recall what Hermaga and I taught you. What it was that you admired about Dexter in the first place. What did you admire about me most? I think I finally understand. I was so focused on trying to impress my apprentices that I didn't fully commit myself to overcoming the challenge, and stopped being an adventurer in so doing. I became a coward instead. I betrayed their trust, and now they've seen me for what I truly am. There's no way I could make it up to them. What if you tried the course again, but took it seriously this time? I bet those two would watch. Again? But I've never actually succeeded. If I were to fail once more, I'd lose their respect forever. It doesn't matter if you fail or succeed. What matters is that you try, or show us what you're made of, adventurer. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you fail or succeed, as long as you actually took it seriously. Dexter, thank you. I nearly made the same mistake all over again. This time, I promise you, I will do my best. I'm sorry to ask more of you when you're already done so much, but can I ask you to serve as my inspiration once more? If possible, I would like you to go through the course ahead of me. Seeing you test your mettle would rekindle my aspirations of becoming a great adventurer. Please, help me reclaim that dream. Let me follow in your footsteps. Sure thing, I will try. And actually take it seriously. You doing this, it means the world to me, Dexter. I'll follow after you with everything I have. Alright then. Time to complete an obstacle course. Right? Speak with, hold on. Oh, I have to go speak with him again. So what's up? I appreciate you looking out for Rafool like this. If you're ready to go, the jet of water yonder is roaring in anticipation of your arrival. Should completing the Eorzean Nimble Warrior course prove difficult, seek out a fair adventurer for assistance. Oh, fair adventurer? You look like you've seen your fair share of adventure. Hells, I wager you could get through a silly old course like this with your eyes closed. That would be something to see. Care to show the amateurs how it's done? Choosing to close your eyes will take you directly to the end of the first platforming section. No. I will see if I can do this myself. Alright, here we go. Zoom out a bit so I can see what I'm doing, and let's try this. Woo! Okay, so let's try the normal way first. This seems the easiest way. Whee! 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 Oh, careful. I don't want to go too far. Oh, okay. Jump. And jump again. There we go. Okay, let's try this direction. Jump. Woo! Okay, good so far. Jump again. Oh, almost went too far there. Jump. Jump. Oh, whew, almost made it. Almost missed. There we go, made it. Now talk to Hildalana. Bud and Foynes kept me abreast of the situation, and after seeing the way you've carried yourself through the course so far, Raful's gotta be fired up. You're already at the halfway point, so it's not like you need to hear it from me, but good luck. Should completing the Eorzean Nimble Warrior course prove difficult, seek a fair adventurer for assistance. Okay, so I can go one of two ways? Yeah, I can go up this long way or along a path that has a bunch of bombs. Let's try the regular way first. Heading down and make my way up. Going up. Woo! Whoa, I was standing on nothing for a moment there. Okay, continue up. Woo! Okay, that was close. So far, so good. Oh! Do I have to stand on top of this? Whoa, whoa. What am I standing on? I was standing on thin air again. Okay, let's try this again. Ah, I missed! Don't worry, I can try again. Whoa! Whoa! Nope, too far. Okay, try again. Again. Woo! Precarious. Woo! Okay. And then up again. And again. Okay, let's try this once more. Oh! Ow! Almost had it. Okay, get a big... Yeah. Ah! Get back up. There we go. Okay. Jump! Oh, okay. Made it that time. And over here. Okay. Now up. Up again. Again. Once more. Oh, nope. Yeah, there we go. Woo! Almost fell off there. Ah! I did. Almost fell off there. Almost fell to my doom. And I made it! Nice! Okay, Pobiano. Congratulations on making it to the end. I should mention that I've heard about this situation with Raful. He's pursued you the entire time, never giving up despite the fear in his eyes. Even now... Hey, look behind you! Is that him? It is him. Oh, he's trying the optional course. Come on, adventurer, or don't waver. You can do this. Okay, don't waver. You can do this. Even though I haven't tried that way yet. All right, buddy. Let's see what he can do. I'm hearing a lot of explosions. I don't know if he's actually being affected by them or not. Oh, hey, he made it! Nice. I wonder if I should try this again, but try to go through the harder parts. I can try that. I did it, Dexter! I really did it! Thank you for leading the way. You look very tired. Maybe it's all the bomb explosions. Ha! Now that I made it to the end, I suddenly feel lightheaded. Forgive me, I'll return after I've had a moment to catch my breath. Would you mind relaying the good news to Maja? Sure thing. Easy enough. Alright! I've actually made it to the end, right? Ooh! A slide all the way to the end, is that it? Whee! Ah, nice! Can you hear that? The sound of my muscles expanding. What? Why would you... Ugh, that's nasty. Is there anything over here that I can interact with? I don't see anything. I guess there's just something special you can go to? That you can only do if you actually pass the course? I guess so. Alright, let's go meet up with Maja again. Oh, not here. I can't mount while I'm here. Can I mount while I'm here? No, but I can't sprint. Let's do that then. I wonder if I should have maybe tried going another way. So I could actually mount up afterwards. No need. I made it back on my own. Nice. Hey, Ramaja. Oh, you're back. How did it go? Bonifoyne and Hermaga were commentating, but I want to hear it from you. He did a splendid job, especially going through a part that I didn't. He did it. He really did it. I always believed Fool could, but he never believed it himself. I'm so happy. Hey, there you are. Got your breath, I take it. Fool! Dexter told me everything! I'm so proud of you! Oh, I didn't do much. Just followed after him, really. Still, it felt good to try and finally succeed at something. Ah, and they're back now. Please excuse us for interrupting, Raful. Do you have a moment? We judged you too quickly and too harshly. It was only when we saw you making your way through the course that it dawned on us how wrong we'd been. That's why... Why what? You don't have to finish that sentence. I'm the one in the wrong here, after all. I'm so very sorry, both of you. I let my desire for recognition cloud my judgment, and lost sight of myself in the process. It's little wonder you both reacted the way you did. That's why I'm starting over. This time, I will not waver from the path. Nay, I shall follow wherever it leads, as a true adventurer should. With that said, do you think you could forgive me? I'll be honest, you were a dismal sight up there at first, looking as if you might collapse at any moment. But you didn't. You pushed through like a true champion, and now we're keen to see how far you'll go, just like when we first met you. Aye, that's the way we want you to. That's why we want you to forgive us for losing faith instead of believing in you like we should have. Given the circumstances, I understand if you say no, but would you consent to us being our mentor once again? Like you even have to ask. I couldn't be happier to have you both at my side. Yeah! All's well that ends well, yes? Thank you for bringing Fool back to his senses, Dexter. If you hadn't, these three never would have made up, and I would still be really sad. So, thank you so much. I think we'll be okay now, so maybe you can do that report thing that Fool always talks about? I don't really get it, but it seems important. And don't you worry about Fool. I'll be watching him carefully. Yeah. All is well that does end well. Yay! Alright! Time to go report to Hermaga! Let her know the good news, that things turned out okie dokie. Ooh, we got dancers here. I didn't even see those. Hey, I'm back! I could roughly see what happened from here, but I'd appreciate it if you filled in the blanks. Sure thing. Things happened. So the lad finally came to his senses in the end, huh? And he made up with those greenhorns while he was at it too. You did well, Dexter. I was right to count on you, and I didn't even realize that my sprint cooldown, that sprint was still on even while I was doing that. That was weird. With that, he's truly made his first step as a proper adventurer. And better yet, I don't have to feel anxious about leaving the three of them on their own devices anymore. Speaking of adventurers, I owe you a reward, don't I? Please, take this. You've more than earned it. And do try to enjoy the Moonfire Fair while it's around. Well, given the fact that it's like, what, 1 day left before it ends, as of me doing this? Ooh. Sunset bandana, beach cover-up, wrist torques, bottoms, and sandals. Ooh, nice. Quest complete. Ever dependable Grand Mentor. Nice. Was that for this mission? Was that for this specifically? Going to achievements. Last 5 was, yep, complete the quest, fool me once. All right, nice. I don't think there's anything else involved with this quest, is there? Can I just go back and try the other course if I want to? I guess so. So, you know what? I have time. Let's see if what I can do about this. So let's try the harder course. So, I need to avoid not being hit by these, right? Run my way through. Woo! Whoa! Stay away from that bomb. Okay, good. Okay, so I just can't see where the bombs are. I get it. Nice. Avoid these. Oh, one of them just blew up here, here, and oh, ah! Okay, just want to make sure I avoided that. Nice. Okay, that was actually easy. Oh, hi, I didn't even see you guys here. Very good, very interesting, fun. All right, now let's see what I can do about this other harder course. But let's see if it actually is harder. Because it doesn't seem like it would be based on how it went with the other way. All right, so far so good. Ah, no turning back, not with the Adder's honor on the line. Oh, there's a lot of bombs here. Let's wait for them to go off first. Good. Whoa! Okay, good. So far so good. Woo! I'll show everyone what the maelstrom's made of. Yeah, you show them, buddy. Let's see if I... Oh. Avoid these. Avoid it. Okay, good. This is surprisingly easy. I just have to wait for bombs to explode. Woo! Whoa! Ah! What's happening? Woo! Look out! Okay. Wow, that was actually easier. What the heck? That was so much easier than the other platforming I did. Okay, so good to know that I got it. Do you say anything else for that? Ah, you made it back here again. I take it you enjoyed this sort of thing. If that's the case, I recommend the most difficult course, which will take you even further up. Does something that takes me further up? What? Oh. Oh. Huh. Should I try this? Let's try it. If I happen to fail this, even getting to here, then I'm just gonna not do it. Okay. Ooh, okay. So far, so good. Oh, almost missed that. Stupid polygons in the way. Ah! Ow. Okay. It's not going to be easy to get back up there, so let's not do that again. How far up? Does it actually make you go all the way back up? Oh, wow, I think it does. Someone up there with their carbuncle, I see. Dang. Okay, so let's... it's going to take too long probably for me to get back up there, so I'll just avoid doing that for now. So... Nice! That was pretty neat that they have the little obstacle course here. I mean, I kind of want to try it again, but it's, again, getting up there... Wait a minute. No, I can take someone up there... I can use someone to get up there immediately, can't I? By talking to a fair adventurer. Yeah, close my eyes. Oh, wait, what'd you say? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Close your eyes. Well, I'll be, if it isn't the adventurer who looks perfectly happy to plunge headfirst into danger. Oh, come now, don't give me that look. I'm merely suggesting you take the course blind. Nothing more. Please? Yeah, I'll try it. That just gets me right back up there, right? It does. Okay. So I get a second chance at this. Okay, so let's try this. First up. Whoa, ah! Oh, no. This is going to be so difficult, isn't it? Let's try it again. Close my eyes. Proceed back up. I'll try one more. And if I happen to fail this time, then I will go do what else I decided I was going to do tonight. So, first up. Ooh, sun's coming up. All right. First up. Jump. Okay, so I'm off to do what I was going to do. Also was going to do today. I can't even talk properly. Okay, so what I'm going to do is teleport to... No, not Corthus. I want to teleport to Mordona. That's what I want to do. For the next part of what I wanted to do today. Whee! I really don't know if I will actually be able to do that obstacle course going forward, sadly. So, what I'm going to do today, aside from that new thing, is finally doing this other thing with the, what was it, the Crystal Tower? Yeah. So I start off by talking to this outlandish man. With the legacy of Alag, an oddly garbed man visiting Revenant's Toll has some information which might be of interest to an experienced adventurer. What do I get for that? Grade 5 Dark Matter? Oh. Ah, for equipment of level 1 to 50. Ooh, nice. Do I know you? Ah, unless I'm very much mistaken, you are the famed adventurer who bested the Garlean Empire's general, are you not? Okay, I'm surprised you know that. The great Dexter Gravel himself. Amazing. And more than a little serendipitous. One might even call it fate. But I but recently received word of a truly unique opportunity, you see. An opportunity the like of which none but one of your proven worth could take advantage. The reward? Not less than the accumulated knowledge of a fallen civilization. The risk? A single misstep could cost you your life. Kind of like an obstacle course. But what is a little danger to a storied hero such as you? A man with absolute confidence in his own abilities stands to profit handsomely from this venture. No, I crave no recompense for my part in bringing this opportunity to your attention. The historic discoveries you shall make will be a reward enough, I assure you. If my words have fanned the flames of your curiosity, then I bid you seek a man by the name of Rambros at the St. Coinac's Find. It is he who stands at the doorway to untold marvels, awaiting the arrival of a champion bold enough to march across the threshold. Alright. So I have to head southeast. Alright, time to go! I wonder if this man's going to be continue over here. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. I don't know. I need to head to... Where am I going? Oh, I'm guessing... Yeah, this little... No, it's not a civilization. I guess it's like a campsite of sorts, right? I guess a small outpost. So, where are you? Oh, hey, Chocobo Keith. Haven't talked to one of these in a while. Well met, traveler. Thank you. I'm done. Okay. So, where... Ah, Rambros. There you are. So, you said something... I was told about you opening the gates to treasure? Knowledge? Why, if it isn't Dexter Gravel himself. I was not expecting such a celebrated guest. To what do I owe the honor of this visit? I was told that you could get me some treasure. You were directed here, you say? By a man clad in foreign garb. Well, the opportunity he spoke of must surely refer to our latest anthropogeographical endeavor. Quite how he came to know of this is another matter. All knowledge of this project was supposed to be restricted to my organization. Is he outside of your organization? But that is something for me to ponder in private. You are here now, and your services will, I'm certain, prove invaluable. I must say that incorrectly, sorry. I must warn you, however, that the adventure we have in mind is no simple excavation. An unprepared or incautious adventurer could very well find himself on the unplanned and unpleasant journey to Thal's solemn halls. Knowing this, do you still wish to lend us your cooperation? Yeah. I rather thought you would say that. Your courage is scarcely a secret. Now, the first. Dexter? I thought it was you! Who dis? Oh, Sid! What brings you to St. Coinax? Don't tell me. The Alliance has sent you on another realm-shaking, history-making mission to lay low an apparently insuperable foe, yes? No? Ah, I see you two are already acquainted. That is well. Master Garland, our intrepid hero here caught wind of the forthcoming expedition and has kindly pledged to assist us. Has he? Oh, he has he? I read that incorrectly. Glad to have you aboard, Dexter. You don't have the faintest idea what you're volunteered for, do you? Very well, let us begin at the beginning. The sons of St. Coinac are tasked with unearthing the secrets of the long-fallen Alagan Empire, and this present endeavor aims to delve more deeply into the civilization's mysteries than ever before. Ah, but I know that look. In the event that you feel ill-equipped to contribute much to the subject of Alagan archaeology, I invite you to recall your encounter with the Ultima weapon. That mechanical monstrosity represented a feat of engineering far beyond aught Garlemald can presently achieve. Nero Toskeva simply awoke it. I mention this by way of a reminder that you have had what one might term extensive first-hand experience with a notable Alagan relic. In short, you're practically an archaeologist. I am? I'm not a miner right now, though. Now to the core of the matter. Here in Mordona, there stands an entire Alagan structure which we have yet to investigate. I speak, of course, of the Crystal Tower. After witnessing the destructive capabilities of the Ultima weapon and the Lesser Moon Dalamud before it, it seems wise to treat any remnants with that era with the utmost caution. They must be analyzed, monitored, and, above all, kept from falling into the wrong hands. To put it plain, I have no wish to see another megalomaniacal legatus wield one of those weapons. It is as though It was this thought which first moved me to contact the Suns and propose that the tower be explored. So again, for several millennia, the Crystal Tower remained hidden, buried deep underground. How did a tower stay underground? But like so many other things that were far better left disturbed, the structure was freed from its stony prison by the great upheaval which accompanied the coming of the Seventh Umbral Era. It now stands revealed in all its splendor, a gleaming spear of crystal pointed at the bosom of the heavens. Ooh, nice statue. Oh, what's that? Oh, and they come in different colors. Okay, so what can you glean from this? Why do you have a rock? That's why you have a rock! Okay, so these things are barriers. We believe the tower to be the repository of much of the ancients' wisdom. Unfortunately, its entrance is guarded by formidable defenses, and we cannot so much as peep through the keyhole, much less set foot inside. These defenses take the form of statues carved into the likeness of giant swordsmen. The 8 sentinels, as the Suns we are wont to call them, is the first barrier we must overcome. So there's 4 layers of barrier to get through? Yeesh. Why not simply fly over them in an airship, you ask? It's been tried before. Any vessel that ventures too close to the tower is blasted out of the air. We'll either destroy those statues, or the front door is forever beyond our reach. I'm assuming you've tried explosives on them then, and it didn't work? That's my guess. My colleagues and I are ill-suited to negotiating such deadly hazards. Thus, if we're to gain access to the tower's secrets, we must needs employ the services of an experienced adventurer. It will be difficult and dangerous, Dexter, but I can think of no finer man for the task. Awesome. If I didn't know better, I'd say you had a taste for these deadly escapades. I look forward to working with you again. As do I. There's much and more to be done before we can begin the expedition proper. Take some time to prepare yourself, and I shall explain the challenges that lie ahead. Okay. Alright, speak with Rambros once more. Our first objective is to reach the entrance to the Crystal Tower. As I previously mentioned, however, that will prove no easy task. The entrance is guarded by powerful defense mechanisms, each utilizing one of the 4 elements of fire, water, wind, or earth. Anyone attempting to simply stroll past these unsleeping sentinels invites swift obliteration. Ugh. Based on Master Golan's analyses, however, we are reasonably certain that the attacks of these lethal contraptions can be reflected using a crystal of the corresponding element. Naturally, these crystals must be of surpassing clarity, free of the sightless impurities, much like the flawless specimens used by the Beastmen in their primal summoning rituals. Mayhap I should have said exactly like the specimens they use. Were there any other way, we would not ask this of you, but we need someone to enter the Beast Tribe's strongholds and liberate their perfect crystals. For the moment, I would have you focus on obtaining 2 of the 4 crystals we require. Pray make for Lenosha, where both the Sapsa spawning grounds and Ugamoro mines are located. You may be certain that the materials used in the Beastmen's secret rituals will be well defended. Whether you choose to venture there alone or with companions, I shall leave to your discretion. But whatever you do, please be careful. Survey destined location and slay the Kobold Sentry, and then survey destined location and slay the Sahuagin. Okay, let's return back to Limsa Luminsa, and then just make our way over to those areas. By way of teleportation, because it costs less for doing it from here. So, where I want to go is Camp Bronze Lake, right? I think so. Camp Bronze Lake. Let's try that first. Because I think the entrance to the Titan match was here. So I think that's close to where I need to be. Right? Hold on. The Ugamoro Mines. Oh, shoot. Where was that? Hold on. Oh, this is over by Camp Overlook. Oh. Okay, so I'm actually not that far. I just need to head north. Awesome. I can do that. Let's head there. Let's go, Maggie. Need to head north. Here we go. And I'm here at Outer Lenosha. Now I need to head north through Ugamoro to where I need to go. Yes? Yes, I believe so. Yeah, it's up this... Yeah, it is up north. Up through this thingy. So it looks like where I need to go is the crossroads. Is that right? I'm pretty close, right? Aha! There's the destination! Easy. So now I just need to slay a Cobalt Sentry that shows up. There you are! Come here, buddy! I need to hurt you for science. I think it's science. Should be pretty easy. Whoop! Nope. Don't you dare. Okay. Not even halfway yet. Good lord. Now you're halfway. Just keep it up. Another damage bonus. So far, so good. Whoop! One more combo. This should be enough. There we go. That was enough. All right. So that got me the crystal. So now I need to head back to the Sapsa spawning grounds. And that, I believe, is over by Swiftport? No, Aleport. It's over by Aleport. That's right. It's too bad these places don't have a crystal of their own that I could just warp to. That'd be great. I mean, it is enemy territory, so it makes sense that they wouldn't. Alright, Maggie. Once again, let's go. This time, since it's the Sahagins, we have to find... Yep, we have to find a water crystal. Let's see. So how far into it do we have to go? Oh, all the way to the end. Wow. Okay. It's going to take a while for me to get there. You know what? Since I have time, I realized something I want to bring up is the fact that there's a lot of content I have yet to unlock and work towards. And I feel like I shouldn't be doing it as a warrior because I want to keep that specifically for the main scenario. So what I'm going to do, at least for a while, is continue working on maybe one other class, get that up to level 50 as well, so that I can actually have that working towards my other stuff. I just need to figure out what classes that's going to be. It might be the Paladin. I don't yet know. But for now, let's go see what Sahagin I have to kill. Where are you? There you are. Come here. I would like to hurt you. Don't smack me with water. You know what? I haven't done this in a while. Let's do that. Damage bonus. Yeah. Whoop. You're not hitting me with that Hydro Ball. Storm's Path, and then Inner Beast. Burn. Almost gotcha. Hey, don't heal. Jerk. I was in the middle of trying to kill you. That should do it, though. There we go. Alright. That's everything I needed. Now I have to return to Bordona. Yeah. Is there a crystal I can attune to that's closer? I don't think I saw one. I don't think I did. Did I? Let me double check here. No, I don't see another crystal I can attune to. Darn it. Maggie a third time. Wow. That's rare. Never seen that happen before. It's always been one of the other two as well. One of the other two that I have. My Popcorn and my Shiba. Oh, not yet. Ah, I missed my chance to continue with the music. Yeah, I'm missing myself up. No. Okie dokie. Rembros, I have returned with stuff. How progress your efforts in infiltrating the Beastman's strongholds? Well, I got something here, and something here. So these are the famed flawless crystals of the beast tribes. I've seen countless specimens from I know not how many excavations, but nothing to compare to these. Their purity is astounding. You have done well, Dexter. With these in our possession, we lack only the crystals of fire and wind. The former lies in Zonarak, the war camp of the Amalja and Thanalan. The latter in Natalan, the roost of the Nixal in the hills of Korthus. You can expect them to be as closely guarded as the first two, if not more so. Still, I look forward to receiving word of your resounding success. Okay, so we got more places to go to. First up is Zonarak, which is actually near Little Alamigo, if I recall. I believe, yeah, I'm pretty sure. That's where I go to get the missions for the, I forget their names, the other Amalja that I was helping. Alright, there we go, Popcorn. Haven't seen you in a while, it feels like, even though I just used you not that long ago. So, we're heading off to... where? Zonarak. Oh. Oh, this spot. Okay, this is a place I haven't been to, actually. Okay. Not exactly where I thought it was going to be, but it's close, still. I at least got the general area correct. Now in Zonarak. Wait, it's spelled differently. There's Zonrak and then Zonharak. Oh, I see. This is Zonharak. There we go. That makes sense. I thought it was just Zonrak. Whoops. So, where is this? Aha, here it is. I see the destination. Pardon me, sir. I do not want to fight you. I just want to fight whoever shows up instead of you. And it is you. Excuse me, good sir. Could you die? Just, real quick. Can we get a good combo going? Also, I haven't berserked in a while. Let's do that. Oh, don't you dare. And then big hit with berserk. Bang! Woo, that was a lot. Or at least I think it was a lot. Oh, don't want to fight you too. Well, let me at least take care of you, and then I can take care of you. How about that? That'll work. You should be easier to deal with because you're lower level. And big hit. Yeah. One more combo. Oh, no, just two more attacks, I mean. There we go. And you're down. All right, now I need to return to Natlan. Set over by Korthus? Oh, wow, it is in Korthus. It's actually over by Camp Dragonhead. Huh, I didn't realize there was an Ixali tribe over here. Well, regardless, teleport to Camp Dragonhead. Natalan. Alright. I for some reason thought it was going to take me to Gridania because I know there was one in Gridania. But no, we're heading this way. Heading west and then south from here. Oh yeah, past Witch Drop, that's right. I was wondering where... Oh! Hello, I haven't seen any of this before. Neat. So they have their own flying machines as well. Alright, here's the destination. And what Ixali decides to show up? Is it going to be a fighter? Is it going to be a caster? It's a caster. Alright, you, come on. Ow, don't arrow me, you jerk. How about some of this? No berserk just yet. Now I can berserk. Because I can increase the damage with these other two attacks. And another big hit. Oh, wow, you're much easier to take out. Nice! Alright, I got all I needed here. Now I can teleport all the way back to Mordona once more. How many times am I going to have to do this? Hopefully this is the last time. Okay, now continue back. Here we go, Sheba. It's been a while. Oh, you know what? Speaking of a while, I haven't actually switched out who my minion is going to be. Whoops. As soon as I dismount, I'll switch that out. Okay. Now dismount and switch my minion. Bye, Rudy. And hello. Oh, a little bokoblin larva. One that I picked up from, mining one point. Yeah, I remember that now. Okay, so, Rambros, I have the thingies again. Dexter, it is good to see you. Tell me, were you able to obtain the remaining crystals from the Beastmen? Yes, I found this one and this one. Wonderful. With all 4 crystals in hand, we are now ready to proceed to the next stage of our preparations. I hope it did not give the impression that we would be embarking on our journey to the Crystal Tower just yet. Alas, there's another step which must be completed ere we come to that. While the crystals you acquired are indeed flawless, they are of little use to us in their present form. If they are to reflect the elemental forces of the tower's defenses, they must needs be cut and polished. A process which calls for a very particular set of materials. Procuring them will be a challenge in itself, I fear. Needless to say, we'll be acquiring your services once again. Okay. So, what is it you need me to do? Sanding it down. Rambros wishes to proceed with the shaping of the flawless crystals. And what do I get? Heaven's Eye. Oh, this is all level 4. I also realized last time when I said that the level 5s are ones I needed, I was incorrect. It was actually Savage Might, Piety, and what's the third one? Quick Tongue that I needed, not what the options they gave me. So, yeah. If the flawless crystals you procured for us are to retain their elemental purity during the shaping process, a very specific set of abrasive substances will be required. Well, I say substances, but one might just call it, call them one substance, namely ether sand, which has 4 elementally aspected varieties. Alas, ether sand is neither common nor cheap. Indeed, it is not unusual for the abrasive to exceed the value of the precious stones it's used to polish. Given the rarity of the materials in question, the Goldsmiths Guild in Ul'dah seemed the likeliest place to purchase the quantity we require. When I contacted the Guildmaster, however, I was informed that no ether sand was currently available. Though I requested that word be sent to us as soon as new stock came in, I've yet to receive aught but apologies. I should mention at this point that I placed the order some time before you procure the flawless crystals. I'm well aware that acquiring ether sand is no small feat, of course, and I'm not an impatient man, but I fear the more we delay our investigation, the greater the risk that the tower's secrets may fall into the hands of other, less savory parties. That's why I wish to entrust you with the payment for our purchase, and said you speak directly with Guildmaster Serendipity. Mayhap the presence of such a distinguished personage will spur the guild into action. In any event, it is my hope that when we next meet, we will have found at least one of the 4 varieties of ether sand we require. Hopefully! Okay, so we need to head back to Ul'dah. Ul'dah this time. No, not Western. Dang it. Back to Ul'dah. Steps of Null. That's what I wanted. Not Horizon. So I'm going to be teleporting again even more. That's goody. I'm almost wondering if I should start setting my home point as Mordona going forward, because I feel like there's going to be more story there than me going back to Limsa Lominsa. And I'm realizing I should be using the Aetheryte to go to the Goldsmiths Guild. I'm an idiot. That's what I get for talking and not thinking. Alright, Aetheryte, off to Goldsmiths Guild. And sprint just came off. Darn it. Hey, Serendipity, I'm back, just not for a goldsmith commission this time. Ah, Master Gravel! Welcome, welcome. What brings you here, if I may ask? Well, here's the thing. I have stuff. And I need stuff in return. You're here on behalf of the Sons of St. Cognac? What fortunate timing. I was just about to contact Master Rambros with the news we finally managed to acquire a quantity of fire-aspected ether sand. You just did. That's great, but it feels like coincidence that you just got it. I'm afraid it may be some time before we can supply the other 3 varieties, but you're welcome to settle accounts for that which we have now. Pray speak with Jemima over... Oh, I do beg your pardon. It seems she's assisting another customer. Who dat? Come on, there must be something you can do. With that sand, we'll have to rethink our... without that sand, we'll have to rethink our whole design. I sympathize with your plight, sir, but as I explained, the ether sand in question is already spoken for. If you'd like to reserve the next shipment, then I would be happy to accept the funds you've offered as partial payment. Partial? Are you saying it's not good enough? I'm already stretching our research budget as it is. I suppose a man can do without a midday meal for a year or two. No worries about that, Biggs. I'm here. Dexter, it's been too long. What brings you here, then? Got your eye on something expensive, have you? Well, actually, I'm here for probably the same thing as you. Well, now, that is quite a money pouch. The sound of so many gil clinking together is just strangely satisfying, is it not? Calming, and yet invigorating at the same time. Oh no, you're here for the blooming ether sand, aren't you? I think so. Well, I can't deny the Alagan civilization's a subject worth researching. The chief said he was looking into something big, but we never thought to ask him what. Wedge and I have been too busy tinkering with a new airship design to think of much else, see? Well, I say tinkering. Wrestling would be more like it. Still, after much wringing of hands and gnashing of teeth, we've managed to put together a prototype crystal-powered propulsion system. We got the idea for it when we heard about you lot had used a corrupted crystal on board the Enterprise, as a matter of fact. Anyway, to cut a long story short, our design calls for all 4 varieties of ether sand. And that's why I can't just relinquish my claim on this batch here, even for you, lad. How are we meant to usher in a brave new age of technological innovation, if not by technologically innovating, huh? Well, I hesitate to interrupt such an impassioned speech. Duty compels me to point out that this gentleman is a representative of the organization that reserved the ether sand in question, to mention nothing of the fact that his purse is considerably larger than yours. Oh, it's like that, is it? All right. This batch is yours. I'll let you have it. But if you're going to take my sand, it's only fair that you grant me a role in this project of yours. I'll take that as a guess. It's not every day you get the chance to experiment with the wonders of the ancients. With any luck, they'll inspire me to pick up another technological innovation or two. Maybe? Maybe not. I don't know. Okay. Oh, I need to speak with Biggs again. Now then, from what you told me, I'm guessing you'll be needing the other 3 varieties of elementally aspected ether sand as well, right? Then rather than sitting on rump waiting for a shipment that may never come, I reckon your time will be better spent looking for the stuff yourself. And it just so happens I know of a good place to start. There's said to be a peddler in northern Thanaline who, very occasionally, handles the earth aspect and variety of ether sand. Wedge is in the process of confirming the rumor as we speak. Now I know what you're thinking. When did my timid little... I am so sorry, I did not mean to burp. Let me try again. Now I know what you're thinking. When did my timid little friend decide he didn't need me to hold his hand anymore? The answer being, just the other day. Seems he's been inspired by a certain adventurer's heroic example. I thought he was joking when he volunteered to go to Thanaline without me. I just hope he manages to stay out of trouble. Head out to Blue Fog and you should find him poking about this new bodyguard. Oh, did I not mention her? Aye, Wedge thought it would be wise to hire an adventurer to accompany him, just in case your heroic example turned out to be less inspiring than he first thought. Alright, off to Blue Fog then. Alright, here is Blue Fog. Don't worry, Biggs, I will maybe see you soon. Again. Maybe. Bye. Until next we meet. Okay, so where is... That's an experienced adventurer. That's not who I'm looking for. Oh, wait, yes it is. I have to go speak with this experienced adventurer. Is this just me, or do you look familiar? Savior greetings. If you're looking for a hired blade, then you'll have to look elsewhere. After the day I've had, the only company I crave is the squat silent type. The type that has a handle and holds no less than a pint of ale. You wish to hear my tale? I warn you, 'tis no stirring epic, but as you asked, my employer, a Lullafellan lad, wished to pay a visit to a peddler who seems deals in some manner of special sand. I forget what it was called, but 'tis apparently worth a small fortune. Anyway, when we arrived, the man claimed his stock had been stolen by bandits. Determined not to return empty-handed, we crept into the bandit's stronghold and set about locating the stolen goods. Long story short, alarms were raised, rogues were awoken, and we fled in a blind panic. I was separated from my employer in the confusion, and I've not seen him since. Oh, a friend of yours, is he? Then you'd best be prepared for the worst. 'Tis just possible the poor sub may yet be lost in the old Amagina Mithril mine, but I fear the bandits will have caught up with him by now. Alright, I'll go see for myself. Time to head out, Popcorn! We got a friend to go save! Where exactly are you? Ah, okay, not that far, thankfully. Over by the abandoned Amajima Mithril mine. No, I don't want to fight right now. Please go away. Oh, I haven't actually been this far before. I've gone quarrying in this area before, but never this far. So let's see, where are you? How about no? Could you go away, please? Nice. Okay. So you're apparently in this area. That's good to hear, maybe. Probably inside this building, aren't you? Alright. Probably got to go fight some of these fanatics. Let's see. Maybe I can avoid them. Ow. Stupid bomb. Okay, I'll fight you at least. How about that? Oh good, the guy turned around and didn't see me. Nice. Almost. One more attack should do it. There we go. Alright, now let's see if I can get past this. Nope! I was gonna see if I could get past this guy, but no, he saw me as soon as I walked out. Oh, now I see Wedge. I didn't realize he was back there. Well, let me get deal with you first. And then I'll go help my friend. Please do not triple threat me again, you jerk. Okay. Are there anybody in here? No? Okay, good. Hey, Wedge, you okay, buddy? Here, let me provide aid to you. You'll be okay now, buddy. I'm here. How could I be so stupid? Sneaking into a bandit's lair. It's just not the sort of thing I do. And now I'm gonna die for it. No, I just need to calm down. I can do this. I can be brave. I'm going to stand up. I'm gonna walk out of here. Here we go. Immediately turn around and hi! Ah! I'm sorry. Please don't kill me. I promise I'll leave and never come back. What? Hi? Dexter! Is it really you? But how did you find me? Can you smell fear? Actually, ignore the smell. I expect you're wondering why I'm here. Well, I was just in the process of retrieving some stolen ether sand, which Biggs and I need for our research, as it happens. I concede, perhaps a touch foolish, and very nearly fatal, but I did succeed in snatching the stuff before my bodyguard ran away and several dozen bandits came piling after me with knives and axes and what looked like very much a plank with a rusty nail in it. Anyway, the important thing is that the stolen ether sand is right here in my... Oh dear. It seems that they've fallen out of my... when I was taking evasive maneuvers. It seems I won't be leaving this infernal place for a while yet. No worries, I can help out look for it. You'll find the ether sand in my stead? Yeah. Oh, thank the gods! You're a true friend, Dexter. I hope the search doesn't prove too troublesome. The bandits don't seem to care much for visitors. Well, let's see what we can do. Need to go find the ether sand. Oh, you respawned. That's great. Can I see it from here? I don't see it from here, but maybe it's behind this other guy. Pardon me. Oh, darn it. Fine. I'll fight you again. Just because you want me to. And get more points. Big hit. Bang. Nice. Just one more attack should do it. There you go. Down for the count with you! Now let's see. Where is that sand? Try to... Oh. Who found me? Excuse me. I was in the middle of something. Could you not? How about this instead? And how about a big hit? For the lulz. There you go. Now stay down. There's the earth-cradled ether sand that I needed. This is what I needed, right? Whoop. Gonna take a while for me to actually figure out if it is what I need. And... it is. Alright. Oh, now I have to return this to Wedge. Okay, so avoid contact with these followers. Good. Nice. That worked out much easier than I thought. You okay, Wedge? Oh, still hiding because I left. Dexter, have you had any luck locating the ether sand? Yes, it is right here. Hold up. Oh, wait a minute. What was that other thing? Oh, it's the fire sand. Okay. That's what I needed. Yes, that's it. I must return to the workshop at once and tell Biggs the wonderful news. What's that? You're also on a mission to collect ether sand? And you're working with the chief? A treasure trove of Alagan knowledge, you say? I see. Then you should really be the one to have this. Biggs and I are far from exhausting all possible avenues of airship innovation, but it sounds as if your problem can't be solved by any other means. This expedition of yours sounds jolly interesting, I must say. I'm half inclined to join you. In fact, I think I will. An adventure worth the chief's name must be worth a look. Right. I'm more than ready to leave this awful place behind. You and me should return to Mardona with that ether sand before there are any more little mishaps. Be sure to keep a close eye on your pockets, Dexter. Don't worry, buddy, I will. Right, back to St. Konak. Back to Mardona. Mardona first. And then St. Konak's. Whee! Okie dokie, and now I head south from here. Let's go, Popcorn! We got a place to be. I'm assuming more missions are going to require us to get wind aspected ether sand and then water aspected? Where would I even go to get those? I wonder. Maybe this thing that Big's referring to is like a place for me to find my own? Maybe? I have no idea. We'll find out soon. Whoa! Nope. Oh, there we go. Nice. Ah, Dexter, you've returned. I take from your presence that you were successful in procuring some ether sand. Tell me, which variety did you find? I found fire and earth. I see. 2 varieties. Well, that's more than could reasonably be expected, and 2 less than I'd hoped you would say. Forgive my flippancy, you've done well, truly. If all goes to plan, we need no longer fear death by fire or earth. Master Garland, if you would be so kind as to prepare the relevant crystals. I shall set to work immediately. Truth be told, I've been looking forward to this. One does not encounter materials like these every day. Speaking of which, how in the 7 hells did you find them? Mistake me not, old friend, I know only too well how capable you are, but ether sand isn't something you simply find gathering dust at the back of a merchant's rare gem cabinet. Well, here's the thing. I had help. You had help from Biggs and Wedge. Trust them to design a revolutionary new engine the moment I turn my back. How's a genius meant to rest on his laurels when his employees are so damnably inventive, huh? And now they're determined to join us, are they? Typical. I jest, of course. It would be good to have them around. Still, as a matter of professional pride, let's endeavor to procure the 2 remaining varieties of ether sand before they arrive, shall we? Tell me, Rambros, have we any information on where the water and wind aspected types might be hiding? Not as of yet, but I have made certain arrangements. We shall soon see if my efforts have borne fruit. Forgive me for observing, but you seem less than enthusiastic about that prospect. If there's a complication, I'd rather we discuss it now than risk jeopardizing the expedition. Mayhap an explanation is in order. But first, let us savor the preliminary victory that Dexter has won for our cause. If only for a moment. Yeah, I do good. Okay, so options for stuff. Those for direct hit rate, critical hit rate, and determination. Or one thing worth 500 gil. How about I get the one for determination? Yeah. Does that help? I'm pretty sure that helps with damage bonus and for healing taken. Is that how that determination works? I think that's how it is. Alright, so what's next, Rambros? A performance for the ages. Rambros wishes to discuss the procurement of the outstanding varieties of ether sand. Ooh, options. Oh, X potion. Restores 24% up to 10. Ooh, nice. X ether. Oh, restores MP. And then high elixir. Restores HP and MP. Nice. I know I can make these myself, but it's going to be a while before I can actually do so, I think. Alright, let's continue. Yes, I must speak of the arrangements I made to acquire the 2 remaining varieties of ether sand. Some days ago, I asked a Charlayan acquaintance of mine to travel to Gridania and there gather the necessary materials. Since that time, however, I have heard nary a whisper from him. Charlayan? Related to the students of Balzessian, perhaps? To be frank, this lack of communication is not entirely uncharacteristic, but I cannot discount the possibility that that something ill has befallen the man. Alas, we do not have time to investigate his fate. As I've mentioned before, the more we delay our expedition, the more likely it is that the Crystal Tower's secrets will fall into the wrong hands. Therefore, I would entrust you with the same mission I assigned to my friend. Travel to the Black Shroud and seek out Parson Matret, the master of the markets in Gridania. If anyone knows where ether sand might be bought, it is he. Parson Matret, isn't that the person I talked to when I first went to Gridania? I think so. Yeah, one of the first people I talked to when I first got to the market area. If I recall. Let us go over to the Shaded Bower, and then make my way from there. Okay, back behind me. I want to do that. There we go. Aha, there you are. Yes, exactly who I thought I was going to talk to. Yes? I'm sorry, did you say you wish to purchase ether sand? My dear fellow, have you the faintest idea of the rarity of the material you ask? Why, I have not seen so much as a grain of ether sand in these markets for many a long year. I could tell you where one might mine the ore from which the water aspective variety of the abrasive is derived, but only a desperate fool would willingly set foot in that place. You seem determined. Very well. Are you familiar with Earth's Gift? That's where the ore is to be found, in an area inhabited by a particularly pernicious hog. Should you encounter the betusked nightmare, you would know that you are in the right place, albeit at the wrong time. Farewell. Alright, so now I have to head to Earth's Gift. Where is Earth's Gift? Is it over by East Shroud? No, it's apparently in South Shroud. Earth's Gift. Aha! Oh, okay, I've been to this place before in order to get some mining done in this spot, I believe. Okay, so it's heading to South Shroud. South Shroud over by... Quarry Mill's the closest one. Yeah. I'm remembering my stuff. Kinda. Over time as I'm looking at stuff. There we go. Okay. Now I head south from here. Let's go, Maggie. Nope, south from here. Ah! Can't see where I'm going. Too many trees! Okay, let's get out of the trees. There we go. Earth's Gift is over here. There we go. Through the Silent Arbor. To Earth's Gift. So, let's see. Where exactly do I need to be? Ah! I see a spot. Hulking Hog Carcass. Yeah. What could have killed this thing? You are too late, adventurer, and not only for the entertainment. You'll find no trace of the ore which but recently lay here. Nay, not so much as a speck. Who dat? Who's talking? Ah, no, you will never spy me from there. For the time being, at least, you will have to trust the evidence of your ears. Now stop squinting at the foliage and listen. Well, okay, fine. As I told you, the water-blessed mineral you hope to find is gone. Taken by me. Victory has made me magnanimous, however. Accordingly, I have decided to share the location of an alternative source of ether sand for you. The wind touch variety, to be specific. I trust I have your attention? Good. A band of exile in the North Shroud keeps a quantity of the abrasive for the purpose of removing impurities from lesser crystals. Well, do you mean to dally here all day? Make haste, adventurer, before I snatch another prize from you under your nose. This is to be a race. The Ixali lodging grounds in the North Shroud shall be your destination, and that is where the real amusement will begin. May the best man win. Okay, disembodied voice. Thank you for the advice on where you need to go. Wind touch ether sand from the logging grounds. That's over by by North Shroud, over by Fallguard Float. To an area I have been to before, strictly for mining purposes, I think? No, it wasn't mining purposes, it was for my hunting log. I completely forgot. Okay, that's something else I have to look into eventually. Just remind me about it later, but first I need to go get this thingy. Because I completely forgot that I've actually been working in my hunting log. But I've done all but one thing. Because that one thing would actually have me finish my entire hunting log specifically for my warrior. So I wanted to save that for some special occasion in case it does something that special that I'm not aware of. So here is the ether sand, and what do I need to fight? 3 limb cutters. No, a limb cutter, a bowl cleaver, and a soil seer. That sounds fun. I get the damage bonus up. A little bit more of this. One more attack. And then let me take care of the soil seer. And get a big hit in. Bang! Nice. Okay, and now just you. Bowl cleaver. Ding, ding, dong. And one more attack. Nice. Alright, now for the ether sand. It's taking me a while. I wonder if the guy, this disembodied voice is going to show up and snatch it from me before I get the chance to. We'll have to see. Looks like I got it. Bravo! That was quite a show, adventurer. Why, the spectacle proved so enthralling that all thoughts of ether sand slipped my mind. Did it now. I appear to have forfeited our little race. Congratulations, the wind touch abrasive is yours. And yet, having been treated to such a memorable performance, I cannot help but feel that the greater prize is mine. This inequality must not stand. I insist you accept a token of my appreciation. Payment for this entertainment will be waiting for you to the east, in a clearing within Proud Creek. Pray retrieve the gift ere it is crushed beneath the iron feet of the Doolahans. Okie dokie. Gotta go find a treasure, or a reward. Offered by the disembodied voice. Oh, it's not even that far. It is... Aha! Okay, let's see if I can grab this before this Doolahan sees me. Okay, for some reason it looked like a stack of rocks, but no, it's just a bag. And it is... Not what you were expecting? I took the liberty of refining the ore from Earth's gift into ether sand. Do keep it safe, adventurer. Oh, well, thank you. Lest you accuse me of playing games, you should know that the thought of relinquishing my prize never once crossed my mind, until I saw you in action. Such deeds must needs be rewarded. It is my vocation, you see, to record history as it is made by mortal men, and I much prefer to chronicle the accomplishments of the bold and the mighty. Thus, it is my fervent wish that you continue your career with the same courage and zeal you have shown today. We shall meet again, adventurer, and sooner than you may imagine. Sure, maybe we'll meet in person this time. All right, back to St. Cognac. St. Coinac. Back in Mordona. Deliver the ether sand. So after this, we just have the water abrasive left to find. Wonder where we're gonna find that. We'll have to find out. But first, I need to make my way over to place. Going up. Oh, I said up. There we go. Oop. Don't want to do a fade today. Sorry. That was weird. I already passed it by the time it came up. That was weird. Alright, I have more stuff for you. What news of your mission? Are we any closer to acquiring the remaining abrasives? Yes. Oh. Oh, I got both the wind and water ones. Oh, what? I feel dumb. Why did I get the water one? You brought both. I shall have Master Garland begin work on the crystals immediately. Oh, I wonder if the other one, the reward was the abrasive, the water abrasive. Maybe it was. Ooh, so X potion, X ether, or high elixir. Let's get the X potion. Yeah, I like that. Quest complete. We did it. There, that should do the trick. Ooh. I like the look of those crystals. Excellent work. We now possess all 4 of the fangs required to pierce the Crystal Tower's defenses. My compliments, Master Garland. Oh, it was a trifling matter, I assure you. Dexter here is the one you should be thanking. Anyway, by my reckoning, there's nothing stopping us from striding up to the Allagan's front door. Yeah. You can't go without us, Chief! Hey, they made it! Biggs, Wedge, come to lend a hand, have you? Well, it's not every day you get the chance to study the wonders of the Allagan Empire, isn't it? Their technology makes Garlemald's look ancient. I appreciate your enthusiasm, lads. Really, I do. But we're not here to take this knowledge for ourselves. Twice in the last decade, the promise of unimaginable power has prompted men to meddle with technology they don't understand, and the realm has been dragged into the very brink of oblivion in both occasions. We shall not be so irresponsible as to risk another. Wedge, do you recall our company's creed? Yes, Chief. It's, freedom through technology? Exactly. Freedom. When we forsook our homeland, we swore that we would have no truck with machines that could be used to promote tyranny. That has not changed. Should you feel tempted to break your oath, remember this. The wonders of the all-knowing Allagan Empire could not save their civilization, and have damn near doomed ours, twice. That is why we must explore the Crystal Tower, and if needs be, seal away its secrets. A compelling viewpoint. It is unyielding wills such as yours that have defined the course of history. Who said that? Who's up there? Who is you? So, you return at last. What, pray tell, has kept you so wholly preoccupied that you could not spare a moment to inform me of your progress or preservation? Why, the task you assigned of me, of course. Surely you have not forgotten about the ether sand. I tasked a passing adventurer with delivering it. A more capable courier I could not imagine. Hero landing? Pretty close. Oh boy, who's the pretty boy? Greetings, adventurer. Did it not say we would meet again? You're the disembodied voice? Oh. I believe an introduction is in order. I am Grahatia, one of the students of Baldessian. You're a student of Baldessian? Oh, shoot. I look forward to joining you on your groundbreaking expedition. Grahatia, that sounds familiar. You're not related to those Bikota that I spoke to back at Bloodshore, are you? Did they have the same last name? Shoot, I don't remember. Grahatia has been assigned to the project as an observer. I hope you'll forgive him his eccentricities and welcome him as one of our own. Maybe I will. I guess I will. So then, our friendship is complete, and I'll stand ready to step into the unknown. 3 cheers for Noah! For Noah? What's Noah? Is that an acronym? Noah? That's the name I've chosen for our little collective. Given our different backgrounds, we cannot very well call ourselves the Sons of St. Coinac, can we? And we must have a memorable appellation of our venture and we must have a memorable appellation if our venture is to leave its mark in the annals of history. I could claim that NOAA stands for Nominated Observers of Artifacts Historical. And so it does, technically. But my true reasoning for choosing this name stems from the fact that it's shared by a vaunted Allagan Archmagus. An Archmagus? I like the sound of that. Very well. Now that the pressing matter of what to call ourselves has been settled, it's time we set forth to brave the outer defenses of the Crystal Tower. Is everyone ready to depart? Sid is ready. Biggs is ready. Wedge is ready. Gria's ready. And so am I. Ready! Collectively referred to us as Noah there too. That's nice. Okay, so... oh, do I talk to Graha for that? Yeah. Labyrinth of the Ancients. Grahatia is eager to begin the expedition to the Crystal Tower. Gentlemen, the secrets of ancient Allag beckon. Let's not keep them waiting any longer. Adventurer, you and I will join the engineers at the Crystal Tower's main gateway, where we will endeavor to neutralize the structure's outer defenses. Rambros, meanwhile, will remain here and oversee the operation. Given my knowledge of Allagan history, it seems logical that I should lead the expedition itself, though I admit the role does not exactly befit my status as an observer. Still, we but can make use of the resources at hand. Assuming all are in agreement, let us proceed forthwith to the large, lopsided gate found to the southeast. A lopsided gate? To the southeast? Okay. Southeast, this direction. Past all these Gigas Bonds, not bronze. Gigas Biku. Oh, that's what they meant by a lopsided gate. Okay. So, here's the destination. Let us lie in wait with this other player to see what we need to do. I got here first. First dibs. First come, first serve, I guess. The Crystal Tower lies beyond this portal. Now comes the interesting part. Sid, you're the only one of our member who has ever crossed this threshold. I ask that you take the lead for the present. So, only Sid among us has been through this before? Okie dokie. And we're here. Ooh. I don't think this would have looked as pretty at daytime. It looks very nice at nighttime. I say, the energy radiating from these statues is palpable. Lucky for us that it is. One might otherwise stroll past them. Feast your eyes on the elemental defenses which prompted our lengthy preparations. These sentinels prevent would-be intruders from advancing to within 20 yalms of the tower's inner reaches. Testing it yourself, I take it? Yep. No matter how swift they may be. Happily, the crystal fangs we took such pains to craft should spare us the inconvenience of instantaneous annihilation. Here, allow me to demonstrate. Chief, it's too dangerous to allow anyone else to risk his life testing one? quite right. I made the damn things. It's my job to see they work. Don't get obliterated. That'd be very strange for the story if he actually did. Woo, there we go. It actually destroyed them too. Wow. Didn't think that would happen. I thought it would just dissipate the barrier. Nice. Success. I for one am convinced. Friends, ready your fangs. Yeah. Are each of us doing this? Yeah, okay, so Biggs has the water one. Nice. That's 2 down. So Graha has the wind one. That's 3. So who has the earth one? Is it me or is it Wedge? Why are you suddenly pausing on this one? This one is yours, lad. Wow, this one is yours, old friend. Seemed only right. Okay, so I have the Earth Fang. Okay, here goes. Should be easy. I just have to hold that up and... bang! Nice. That's all 4 barriers down. Now we can actually enter the place, right? Haha! We did it! So much for the outer defenses! Indeed. The entrance to the tower is near at hand. My blood fairly sings with anticipation. Speaking of blood, I have a proposal for the next stage of the expedition. I suggest we wait here while Dexter and a hand-picked party of his adventuring companions enter the tower. What? I'm going in alone? What? Without us? I thought we came here to survey the entire structure. We did, and we will. But our investigations must proceed at a more measured pace. If the outside of the palace is well defended, can you imagine what awaits on the inside? Only a true hero could reasonably hope to brave the hazards ahead and live to tell the tale. Dexter here fits that description better than anyone I know. And it is not as if we shall idle in his absence. While Dexter and his companions are risking life and limb to beat us a path to the tower, we can set about analyzing the rubble for evidence of how its technologies function. Your knowledge of ancient lore will be invaluable in that endeavor, historian Grahatia. Do you ever tire of being right, old man? Dexter, as it seems I won't be accompanying you, allow me at least to provide some instruction. The maze that surrounds the base of the tower is known as the Labyrinth of the Ancients. During this initial foray, I suggest you concentrate on Why can't I talk? During this initial foray, I suggest you concentrate on ridding the Palace of Hostile Elements. I can't talk today! No, it's that I can't read. When you're reasonably certain the maze is secure, contact me via link shell, and we shall join you post-haste. No matter what Master Garland says. Though we would prefer if any relics you encounter remained intact, you have to do whatever is necessary to secure ingress to the upper levels of the tower. Fortune go with you, Dexter. May sea swallows all. Or till sea swallows all. Sorry, I got that wrong. Damn it! I did a disservice to the Maelstrom. I'm so sorry. Labyrinth of the Ancients now accessible. Ooh. Let's see if I can do this, actually. I have time. Ooh, duties for alliances. This duty is designated to be undertaken by an alliance. A squad of 24 adventurers formed with 3 full parties. This battle composition is reserved for large-scale duties only. While you're in Alliance, the class job icons and HP bars of Alliance members will appear to the right of the party list. By joining forces with other parties, you can achieve that which would otherwise be impossible. Ooh. Okay. So, let's see what we can do about this. Enter... wait. Duty Finder. And into... Wait. That's not what I want. I want... Where is it? Is it down here? No. Where is it? Tree... Labyrinth of the Ancients. There we go. Okay, let's see what I can do about this. I'm the only one queuing in for this so far, it looks like. One of three. 3 tanks? Oh, right, it's a party of 24, so I guess there's 1 tank for each party, I think. It'll be 1 tank, 2 healers, and that would be... Oh, 5 DPS for each team. Wow. Average wait time is 5 minutes. Wow. I'm wondering if I should do this now or wait. I want to be able to do this now so I could actually have it all done in one thing, but if I have to wait for a while... Maybe there's something else I could do in the meantime. I could try to continue with the main story. That's something I could do. Or do what I can while I'm waiting. Unless I do have more stuff I could unlock. Maniac Manor. Blood for Stone. What was the other one here? It's definitely Pirates. And the Ultimate Ballad. Should I see what those are? Let's go see what those are. Whilst I wait for this... Oh, I can't actually... Oh, I can't fly here. That's odd. Why can't I fly here? Still can't fly. I have to leave the 8 Sentinels entirely to do that? Is that it? Woo! Go away! Haha, I dodged you, whatever you were doing. I'm gonna try to sprint away to get away from you quicker. I don't want a bone powder, no thank you. Pardon me, Gigas. There we go. Okay, now I can fly, right? Now I can fly. Okay, so let's head back to Mordona and see what this other stuff I can unlock is. There's also leaves. There's also a leave met here, but I'll worry about that some other time. Worry about that for a class that I'm actually going to use to level up. So I don't need to level up as the warrior for a while, because I'm pretty sure all this stuff for a while is going to be level 50. So yeah, I think I'm okay for that. So let's see what these other things are I can unlock. Oh, hello, giant whale ship. I saw you before. You were weird. Okay, so this stuff is inside. Let's see. What do we have here? Lorian? What's this one? Maniac Manor. Lorian at Revenant's Toll looks as if she's seen a ghost. Ah! Forgive me, friend. A most chilling encounter has my nerves on edge. I was traveling through the shroud when a man accosted me out of nowhere, his eyes darting wildly in fear. He spoke of a haunted mansion from which the tortured screams of young maidens can be heard day and night. Hawkette Manor, was it? Oh, it's Hawk Manor. That's what she's referring to. Ah, Hawk Manor, yes. What's that? You purged the selfsame manse of its unholy inhabitants some time ago. That is curious indeed. The man recounted the events as if they'd happened not days ago. While it would put my heart to ease to know this tale was but a fancy born of a few too many flagons of mead, the poor soul had not but the air of a drunk or a pillar, or a liar. Why did I say pillar? Perhaps you know someone who could shed light on the matter? I actually do. Yeah, speak with Ursendale back under Gradania. Let's see what these other things are first. Blozeong. Ooh, wow. There's 3 things here? Let's see what Curds and Slay is. As Blozeong eyes you from his corner, you get the impression that he has a dangerous task in mind. You're Dexter Gravel, by the Onion, the very man I seek at Durswhite's behest. How do I know the potbanger? Why, we trained together in the Culinarians Guild. He has a place in Costa del Sol now, the Flying Shark. Not the sharpest knife in the block is Dursted Daft, but he's loyal. He's got a friend out there by the name of Weisgate, and he seems to be in need of your help. Why say you go help him, right? Look him up, huh? Sure, I can do that. What else do we have here, anyway? A Sight Out of Mind, This Time's for Fun, The Wrath of Garn. There's a lot of stuff here I could unlock. I don't want to go through too many quests right now, though. How many do I have currently? Yeah, I've got... I can take up to 30, though. I think I can take all of these just to see what they are. So let's talk with more Blowzone more. With King of the Hull. Blowzoang has the satisfied look of a man who has found that which he seeks. You're Dexter Gravel by the Onion. I was hoping you'd come by. I've got a message from an old friend of mine. Needs your help for an important... Oh, never mind. Sorry. Let's commence with the Labyrinth of the Ancients instead. How about that? Just need 3 more DPS characters. 12 of 15. 13 of 15. 14 of 15. Just one more. There we go. All right. So, let's see about what to do here. 3 parties, 1 tank each. So I do need to have my tank stance up for this. Full party. This looks rather dangerous. Crystal Tower, Labyrinth of the Ancients. Ooh. I like the look of that, though. I like that thing, whatever that was. Okay. So. Oh, I haven't eaten yet. That'd be a good idea. Let me eat, I'll go steak. That'll work. There we go. And make sure that's up. And let's go. There's a lot of people here. 1 or more people. And so far, I see that I'm the only one that actually has a little sprouting. Ooh, thank you for the galvanization. Okay, so... we all go the same way, I take it? We don't have to split up or anything? I guess not. So we just continue this way. Got a little bit quicker. Activate the Alagan teleporters. I guess we're activating them all one at a time instead of splitting up. I guess that makes sense. Being getting together like this would make it a lot easier to take out whatever we need to do. Ooh. Okay, so we got a lot of things here. I have no idea what we're doing, so I'm going to try this. Maybe I shouldn't have tank stance up for this so that we have... I actually, honestly don't even... Oh, okay, so took care of that already. How about take care of you? You know, let me take that... let me activate that. Why not? First, why not? Okay, so far so good. Whoa, I'm getting hit. I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing this or not. Okay, everyone get away from the back. Woo! Whoa, what is that? I have no idea. I don't want to get hit be in that, whatever that is. Okay, that's down. Oh, is that it? Oh, we got them all. Nice. Okay, we got these next. Pools of Demise. That sounds fun. Oh, hi! Get that away from everyone. Maybe? I have no idea if this is actually working. How do we get some health back? So far, so good, right? Yeah. I also haven't done this in a while. Probably should. So I don't take as much damage. That was a lot. Ow! Whoa! What was that? How dare you? Okay. I'm gonna just take care of the rest of these guys then. Oh. How about take care of you next? Hey, get away! Get back here! There we go. And now you. Bang! There we go. Is that it? Okay, looks like we continue on. Oh, wait, someone died. Who did that? Who died? Okay, they brought him back at least. That's good. Okay, so. Ooh, gotta galvanize. Let me take care of this Dira. Like I said, it looks like another tank had us already. Oh, how about this? Area of effect attacks. Zoom out a bit so I can actually see what I'm doing here. Oh, nope. Don't be standing in whatever that is. I have no idea what it was. Ah, whoa. Get away from that. Don't know what that is. It's not get hit by it, though. How about that? And take out you. There we go. Okay, there we go. Ooh, stairs showed up. So I guess we take these stairs. Path of Decay. Ooh, that sounds fun. Oh, big dragon. So one of us is going to take it, right? One of us tanks, I'm not sure which one. So apparently it's going to be that one. So let me deactivate my tank stance. No idea what that is. Oh, get back here. Where are you going? Let me attack you for a bit. Hey, 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 hey. Come here. Whoop, no idea what that is. I don't know if I got hit by something or not. I can't tell. I did not, I don't think. Take out this baboon dragon. There we go. Let me take care of this next. Oh, except it's taken care of already. Oh, hi. Whoa, what was that? Here, let me take care of you. Ah! Are we supposed to team up for all this? What is going on? I can't tell what else we're doing here. Oh, the dragon's coming back to life. Is that supposed to happen? Whoa! Here, let me take care of this. I meant to do the other attack. Whoop, don't want to be standing in that. Sorry. I didn't mean to, I'm sorry. I guess that red miasma is not doing anything. Okay, let me take care of these guys. Nope, you come here. Oh, we're supposed to apparently, like, get rid of them before they show up. Ah, nope, nope, don't want to be standing in that. So were we supposed to take care of all those zombies before this thing showed up? Is that what's supposed to happen here? Okay, I'll have to remember that. Dark Wave. Oh, so apparently that thing does do damage, it just didn't do a lot. That's good to know. I took no damage from that one. I think it's because I have a special effect that prevents me from taking damage. Woo! Oh, nice, we got it this time. Maybe? Did we? Wait, why do you have a marker on your head? What was that? Okay. Did that work? Oh, shortcut. I didn't see that. Use teleporter. Yes. Everyone was crowded around. I didn't see that there was a teleporter here. Okay, let's go. While I'm at it, let's see what this loot is. A crimson hat, which is for casting. No thanks. Pass on that. And then this other one is onion boots, Lancer, Dragoon, and Reaper. You know what? I'll agree on that. I have no idea if I actually got them or not. I cast my lot for both. I haven't received them yet. They haven't been set yet. Okay, so we're going to have to deal with whatever's up next soon, hopefully. Go past all these guys. Wait for Sprint to come back off cooldown, which is going to take a while. Ooh. Interesting. So, which team am I part of? I wasn't even paying attention. So there's a tank there already. There is... I can't tell if we have a tank in another place or not. Oh, apparently this is my team. Okay, here we go. Right? Is this correct? Make sure tank stance is up. That would be a good idea. I'm supposed to be standing in this? I have no idea. How about I dig you as well? Ow! That was a lot. Here, let me reduce damage for a bit. Woo! Valifor, what are you doing here? I get some health back. Actually, Vengeance I haven't done in a while. Woo! I'm taking a lot of hits. Whoop. Wow. I'm taking a lot of hits, and I'm down. I have no idea if that was what I was supposed to do. Oh, accept that. Yes, thank you. Oh, here, follow me. Whoops, I didn't realize what we were supposed to do. Okay. I'm back. Now what? Ow! Wow! Okay. Whoops. I had no idea what we were supposed to do there. Yeah, let's... Do I have to return to the entrance? Probably. I think everyone else is. Okay, I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing there. I no longer have weakness, though. That's a good thing, I think. Okay, so... Yeah, anyone with a light blue name tag is in my team. I have to remember that going forward, I think. Is it a teleporter? Is that what we do? Yeah, use the teleporter. Okay, continue back through. Unfortunately, I don't know actually if there was something I was supposed to do. Was I supposed to draw someone over to my spot? Over to this first spot here? Was that what's supposed to happen? Whoops. Nope, I want to put that back on. There we go. Okay. So we all here yet? Guess we're just waiting. Yeah, we're just waiting on everyone else. Waiting on a Dragoon as well. There they are. I see him. So, were we supposed to draw them over to where everyone else was standing? Is that what was supposed to happen? Unfortunately, I don't know. So, is that everyone? We're not waiting on anyone, are we? I don't think so. Okay. Set to go? Okay, let's go after this. Just focus on one at a time, right? I think that's how this works. Because I keep getting a lot of hits. I haven't done Vengeance in a while. Let me do that. I have no idea if it's actually going to help or not. Am I supposed to pull them closer? I legit have no idea. How about taking care of these guys? Maybe that's what I need to do. Oh, wait. Oh, I think I know what happens. So we're supposed to take care of the ads first. Is that how that works? Wrong attack. I wanted to use this. There we go. I think that's how... Yeah, because these are much easier to take down once you've actually taken down the others. Or the ads are much easier to take down, I mean. Wrong attack. I wanted to use this. Ow. Okay, back to you. Another big hit. Good. I think this is working. Is it? Nothing else has been summoned yet. Did the guys in the middle already take care of their guy? Is that what I see him there? And big hit. Almost got it. There we go. Ah, okay, so okay. So take care of the ads first. That's a good idea. I can't believe I didn't think of that first. Alright, so what is the next trial? Elegant teleporter activates. So if we die again, we can just teleport right back. Oh, hello. What is that? A giant Doulahan? Thanatos. Ooh. So, make sure tank sense is deactivated so that whoever wants to take it actually goes first. Whoa! Okay, so apparently we have to take care of whatever that thing is. Let me go do that. I guess we don't have to. What? I guess we do. What? Why can I not attack this guy? Apparently I can't. Okay. And take care of these then. Take care of these nemesis. Good. Not gonna take care of the dual head. Oh, now you're invincible. How about take care of these instead? Oh. Okay. Now you again? Nope, you're still invulnerable. Oh. And then you show up. And then another nemesis. Oh, you're down already. So, how does this work? Ah! There's another one! I'm gonna take care of you. Real quick. And then you. Oh. Someone's targeting. Oh, okay, take care of these. How about that? Oh, maybe. No, what? I wasn't even paying attention. What happened? Did we take care of that guy? I don't even know what the requirement was to actually be able to hit it. Every time I tried to attack it, it was invulnerable. I'm so confused. All right, let's continue. At the very least. Ooh, more stuff. That's right. Let's see. Whoop. Too far. Need to select this. What do we have? Royal Celestial Gloves. That's for... Okay. Not really anything I need right now, so I will pass on that. And what's this one? Gloves of... Oh, Gloves of Light. Ooh, there we go. Need that. There we go. I'm only just now realizing this music. It sounds familiar now that I heard that part. Why does it sound familiar, though? What about it makes it sound familiar? I don't know. It's just that part specifically that sounded familiar, and I can't put my finger on why. But for now, we have stuff to fight. Okay, so I'll be close to my team, who's over here. Are we allowed to just stand in here? Ah, nope. Not a good idea. Activate take stance and get you away from them. You come here. I said come here. There we go. Ow. How about that instead? Whee! Oh, there's a bomb here. Hi. Gotta take care of you as well. Get some healing in. Okay, now back to you. Right? Is this how this works? I hope it is. Oh, hold on. You're moving closer for some reason. Ah! I couldn't even target what I wanted to. What is happening here? Like, at least I'm targeting the right thing now. Whee! Get some healing back. Also, reduce damage. Haven't done that in a while. I've also done this. Maybe I believe it. I'm not close enough to hit everything with that, unfortunately. Whew! Why were you targeting over here? What are you doing? Okay, took care of you. There's just one left. Oh. I like a bomb. You want to attack this now? I guess we attack this now. There we go. Okay, so I guess we just had to keep those guys away from each other as we killed them all, right? Yeah. And they just kill off all the bombs that show up. I don't know what the bombs do if they explode, though. Just high damage to everyone, I'm assuming? Yeah. Okay, so when you see a rock, hide behind it from the big guy. Okay! So there's going to be some area of effect attacks we have to avoid by actually standing somewhere specific. Okay. I can do that. Let's make sure that's off. Woo! I just got hit by something. I don't know what, though. Oh, rock! Am I supposed to avoid something, or... Okay, there's the rock. Stand behind it. There's a duel ahead of him. Maybe you should deal with this guy. Woo! Woo! Okay, that works. I think. I think I did it right. I hope I did. Can you please die, Iron Giant? Thank you. And then you again. No, I want to target you. Hit with all this. Oh, there's another dual hand. Hi. Oop. Avoid that. Dang, I can... Ooh. Did we get it? I wasn't even paying attention to the health bar. I was focusing on everything else. But it looks like we got it. Yeah. Oh, we've been destroying those tablets this whole time? Ooh. Okay, what did that do? Oh, hit a platform. Is that a platform? It's a thingy. But it activated another teleporter. Hello? Who is Big Man? Wait, that's the Final Fantasy III boss theme. That's why this music sounded so familiar. Okay, I see. Has these already been opened? Looks like they are. Okay. Take the shortcut. Use teleporter. That's why I recognize the music. It's Final Fantasy III music. Okay. Oh, move immediately to seal the area? Sure. Oh, hi, Whoa! Whoa, jeez! What's happening? We're already starting? Okay, sure. Oh, don't want to get hit by whatever that is. Good thing I didn't, though. How about reduce your damage for a bit? Get a big hit in. Bang! I don't really need to heal, but I can... Whoa! Hey, get back here! Are we supposed to be... Oh no, did I do this wrong? I did this wrong. I didn't know where I was supposed to go! Is someone able to heal me, or do I need to return to the starting point? Okay, thankfully it looks like someone's healing me. Yes, thank you. I didn't realize what was going on. I didn't know what to do. I'm sorry. Woo! No, avoid that, whatever that is. Let's get some health back. Also get some more health back. Just keep getting health back. Woo! Avoid that, whatever that is. Also get a damage bonus. Big hit. Oh! Okay, this thing again? Got to stay away. Good. We actually get at this? Oh, hi! Let me get at this for a bit. Avoid it. Get it away from everyone. Woo! That was a lighter hit. Oh, I got him already? Oh, except for you. Come here, you! Okay. Make sure the tank stance is off and go back in. Oh, it's down to 2% already? Wow! Okay, we got through that real quick. And I guess it's a good thing I understood the mechanic the second time. Otherwise, I would have died immediately again. Alright, we completed it. Whew. It was touch and go the entire time. Because I had no idea what was happening. Labyrinth of the Ancients complete. Nice. Okay, so we got a lot of... Oh, player combinations. Let's give it to... I don't think my healer was... The other healer that helped me was there, so just give it to the other one. Yeah. And what do we get for loot? 9 stuff! Holy crap. Okay, so I don't think I got these, so I guess I can greet them? I got them! Crimson Vest is for casting. So I guess I can just take all the stuff I want to. Crimson Breeches, sure. Ballad Corset is for ranged characters. Gauntlets of Light. Oh, that's for tanking. I need that. Wait, I can't? Oh, I have one already, so I can pass on that. The Fuma Gantai is for physical damage. Agreed on that? Elegant Catalyst, Faded Copy of Hubris, and Faded Copy of Tumbling Down. Let's get these as well. Need and need. And I have no idea what this catalyst is for. It's a material of some kind, but I got it apparently. Anyway. Okay, so that was the Labyrinth of the Ancients. Wow, I couldn't even think of that. So that was the Labyrinth of the Ancients. That was weird. Again, no idea what was happening for most of it. But at least understood some of the stuff that needed to happen by the end. I'm not sure how much of it I'm going to retain if I have to go through this again. Ho there, Dexter! Very impressive, I must say. Your name shall be writ large in the volumes that are sure to be penned in this historic expedition. Maybe it will. The scale of this structure defies comprehension. Someone plainly thought bigger was better. According to the findings of my Baldessian colleagues, the Crystal Tower was constructed to collect and store the endless energies of the sun, a characteristically ambitious undertaking. Now, what of the tower's inner defenses? Judging by your haggard expression, clearing out the labyrinth was no small feat. No, it was not. I died, I think, twice. A giant of a man wielding a shimmering scimitar, you say? Yes, that will have been Phlegethon? Not Archeron, Phlegethon. He was a hero of the Alagan Revolution. And you gleaned that from what exactly? His choice of weapon? Well, I am a historian, and I have a certain, shall we say, affinity for the lore of the Alagan Empire. It is, of course, all knowledge gleaned from musty scrolls and tomes. The ancient texts claim that the Crystal Tower is defended by the champions of Eld, resurrected and augmented through the Alagan's extraordinary technology. Chief, you need to see this! Better come take a look at this cliché. So what did you guys find? Can I look at it? Ooh. Wait, are we not actually at the Crystal Tower yet? Well, well, there it is. the foot of the tower. What surprises do you have in store for us, I wonder? I didn't realize we were not even at the tower yet. I can't tell you how glad I am to have you with us on this little jaunt, old friend. Had you not beaten a path through that maze, I very much doubt we'd be standing here now. Well, we have much to discuss and digest. Let us retire to St. Coinax Find for the present and... Wow. Let us retire to St. Coinax Find for the present and there plan our next step. Lest there be any doubt, our expedition has some way to go yet. This whole time, I thought we were actually at the base of the tower. We were not. Figures! Okay, so I need to head back to... Yeah. Back to St. Coinax Find. Can I actually... No, I can't use my... I can't fly here. Yeah, so I'd have to teleport back to Mordona, right? That'd be the quickest way. I think. Would it? Maybe it wouldn't. It would have taken... It will take less time because I can fly there from Mordona, not from that spot. Oh, I was on Chocobo back already. I forgot. Oh, no, I'm back on Chocobo back. Let's go, popcorn! We got some more purple oil to get through in order to find out what we can do next about this crystal tower. No, I don't want to fate today. Sorry. Alright, I'm back. So good for you to join us, Dexter. Our meeting should be dull and indeed without a full account of your experiences in the labyrinth. Take a moment to collect yourself, and when you're ready, we shall debate how best to proceed. Alright! Quest complete! And what is next, Graha? For prosperity. Graha Tia is ready to address the assembled Fellowship of Noah. The Fellowship of Noah being accounted for, it is time this assembly was called to order. Rambros will be presiding over the meeting, if you would be so kind as to inform him of your readiness to proceed. I can do that, just that. Welcome back, Dexter. I've just been reading about your encounter in the Labyrinth of the Ancients. It pleases me greatly to note that you seem none the worse for the experience. For your reference, I've added my own notes to Graha's preliminary expedition report and begun compiling a Crystal Tower survey log. The information contained therein will be available to you at all times. Should you have any questions, you need only ask. Now, if there are no objections, I shall begin with a summary of the expedition's key accomplishments. Alright, Battle Dance 4, Quick Arm 4, or Quick Tongue 4. It's too bad these aren't 3rd grade. That's what I needed for completing the crafting classes. I'll stick with Battle Dance. Quest complete already. Nice. In the course of this, our first foray into the grounds of the Crystal Tower, we succeeded in neutralizing the structure's outer defenses, before proceeding to secure the maze surrounding the base of the spire. According to Dexter's account, the labyrinth's defenses were most emphatically active. Disturbingly, his report also mentions a violent encounter with a sentry heavily augmented by Elagan technology. In short, our misgivings were well-founded. The Crystal Tower was not simply thrust above ground by the chaotic shiftings of Earth. It has somehow been reawoken. If, as seems increasingly likely, the tower's secrets should prove too dangerous to share with the world, we'll have no choice but to contain them. Short of leveling the place, this will almost certainly involve returning its mechanisms to a state of dormancy. To do that, however, we first need to address the question of how they work, the answer to which must surely be awaiting us inside the tower itself. In conclusion, that is where we must go. A task rather easier said than done, if the perils of the labyrinth are to be any indication. Then I move that all further exploration of the tower be delayed until such time as an exhaustive analysis of the structure's defenses has been completed. Master Garland, may I entrust this task to you? It would be my pleasure. Don't forget about us! It's like you said, Chief. We founded the Ironworks to make sure that the technology used for the right reasons was used for the right reasons, and that means making sure it's not used for the wrong ones. We wouldn't be doing our jobs if we didn't see this through to the end. Lads, well, I hope you're ready for some back-breaking chores. Well, everything seems to be in hand here, so I shall take my leave of you for the present. If I'm to witness this valiant tale unfold with mine own eyes, I must needs hone my martial skills ere we ascend the spire. You do nothing of the sort, Graha. Your knowledge may prove useful to Master Garland's investigation. Pouty face. As an observer, I am not, strictly speaking, subject to your authority. Pray do not mistake my intent, Dexter. I'm well aware that I shall never be a match for one with your innate talents, however hard I train. Be that as it may, pray do not allow your skills to rust from disuse during the coming pause. We will need your fighting fit if our subsequent forays are to prove as productive as this one. Mark me, we have not yet caught more than the briefest glimpse of which time has obscured. Soon, however, we shall cast off the veil and gaze upon the glory of the Alagan Empire. Hopefully we will. And with that encouraging thought in mind, it is time to bring this assembly to a close. Let us all focus on the tasks at hand, that our next expedition may begin all the sooner. Meeting adjourned. All right. Now what? Ooh. Oh, it's this guy again. Such a terrible mess. Yet it does leave the door wide open, so to speak. One cannot help but be impressed. I'm beginning to understand the reliance you place on adventurers, old friend. Who, friend? So, this is the legacy of the Alagan Empire left behind. If my readings are correct, the energy source waiting atop the tower is a match even for the Ultima weapon. Nay, more than a match. A new toy for me to play with. Hold up. What? Oh! I believe the fates had conspired to deny me my just rewards once again, but I would seem they had a greater destiny in mind for me. As so long as my ambition burns, I shall strive to seize it. The dream lives on, Sid. Do not disappoint me. So he survived. What was his name again? I feel like an idiot. It was Nero. Okay, so Nero is involved in this. That's fun. Wonder what the heck. Oh, he's trying to awaken a new power. It seems more powerful potentially than Ultima weapon. Fun. So, Rambros, what's up? Circus Tower. Rambros is frustrated over Noah's lack of progression on the Crystal Tower. Ah, 'tis you, my friend. You're doubtless eager to hear of our progress on the Crystal Tower. That I am. Excellent. I'd be disappointed to hear otherwise. Of course, disappointed is the word of the day, I fear. I'm ashamed to say that there is nothing worthwhile to report. The Suns continue to probe the labyrinth of the ancients, and every day brings new discoveries. Alas, the same cannot be said of the Crystal Tower proper. We've not been able to set so much as a single foot inside it. You'll recall how the 8 sentinels stood between us and the labyrinth initially. In like manner, the entryway into the principal spire, Circus Tower the Alagans called it, is also protected by technology far more advanced than our own. Sid and I have tried every trick we know, but without success. Frankly speaking, we're at a loss. It is discouraging, but we cannot give up. There must be a way in. Sorry. And so this situation stands, my friend. Until we gain entry into the tower, I fear your talents shan't avail us. It will require time that I am loath to waste, but I have a mind to set my people to scouring such ancient texts as we have on hand. Perhaps we can be of assistance. We who? And you are? New faces. Be at ease, friends, for we share the selfsame goal. I am Yune, and my companion is called Doga. Oh, interesting. They're related to Final Fantasy III then. Ooh. I've never actually played, or no, I played a little bit of the DS version of the game, but not to all the way through. So I only know these through through research after the fact. We are scholars of the Alagan civilization, sent by the students of Baldessian to assist in your endeavor. More Baldessians. Yune and Doga. Rather unusual names for this day and age, if I might be forgiven for observing, but I digress. You claim to be here at the students' behest, but we have received nary a word of your coming. Moreover, in light of the recent incident at the Isle of Val, I should think that they have rather more pressing concerns. Yeah, its destruction, mayhaps? We can only assume that the message failed to reach you due to some mishap. I assure you, we are here to help. Oh no, are you getting a stomachache too? What is a Graha? 'Tis nothing. There was a pain, but it has subsided. Do you also have the echo? Well, this is rather unexpected. Your right eye is the same as ours. Ooh, our red eyes. The same? You have the Alagan eye as well? The Alagan eye? This sanguine hue is said to be a trait unique to the Alagans, yet I inherited it from my father as he did from his. Only one child in a single generation is born with the eye. All my life I've sought to learn the truth of its manifestation. If there is aught you know, I implore you to tell me. Is that why you became a researcher? My deepest apologies, but we have no answers for you. Only one thing is certain. Those who possess the trait are bound by fate to Alag. As your eye has placed you upon the path you walk, so too have we come here to fulfill our destiny. Absurd though it may sound, it is the truth. It seems to me we have naught to lose by accepting their aid. What say you? If that is your wish, then so be it. Yet know that I still mean to verify your story with the students of Baldessian when I am able. I trust there will be no objections. Very well. As of this moment, I name Yune and Doga advisory members of NOAA. Without further ado, let us have them examine the circus tower entrance. I promise you'll not have cause to regret your decision. Dexter, I should be much obliged if you were to accompany our new friends to the tower. Biggs and Wedge are presently surveying the 8 sentinels. The 2 of them can show you the way. Upon arrival, pray report to Master Garland. He will brief you on the situation. Okay, sir. I shall join you, Dexter. With Yune and Doga's knowledge, along with your uncanny knack for setting things in motion, I'm hopeful that we'll finally see progress. I mean, given the fact that they suddenly showed up, I have a feeling they will. Okay, so we head back to the circus tower, right? Speak with Biggs at the 8 sentinels. Okay, so that means I have to go through that gate in order to get there, right? I can't just go over it. Whoop, heading the wrong way. This way. There we go. Can I just go over this? It looks like... Oh, nope, I can't. Darn it! I thought I was going to be able to game the system, but no, I won't. Or can't. Make my way around. Where is that gate? There it is. Alright, back to... Oh, come on! Nope! Woo! Ow! Hey! How dare you! I was in the middle of something! You jerk! Fine, you get a couple axe swings to the face then. For your ignorance! I was so close to actually getting through to before he bonked me. There. Now I can continue. Yeesh. That sucked. So close. Okie dokie. Now I can't... Wait. I can just do this. There we go. That'll get me there quicker, I think. Yeah, that gets me there a bit quicker. Alright, so, speak to Biggs and not Wedge. What does Wedge have to say? We're examining the rubble in the hopes that it'll yield a clue to entering Circus Tower. Can you tell we're getting desperate? A little bit. Alrighty, so Biggs, what's the situation? Well, if it isn't Dexter, eager to enter Circus Tower and kill everything in sight, no doubt. As I'm sure you've already heard, though, the place is locked up tight as a clam. New friends from the students, you say? Excellent! It's been slow going, or rather, no going for the chief. He'll appreciate the help. If you'll just follow me, I'll take you to him. Thanks, Biggs. I almost said Biggs and Wedge combined, so big or Wedge. I don't know. Ooh, giant door. Interesting looking symbols. A man and a woman, maybe a king and queen? I'm just not realizing you got pretty far in. I haven't seen this place before. Is this the gate that leads inside? It looks like we're inside already. Ah, some old faces to lift this spirit. And a couple of new ones besides. Allow me to introduce Yune and Doga. They are scholars of ancient Alag, sent here by our friends of Baldessian to aid in the investigation. We understand you're having trouble circumventing the tower's defenses. 'Tis our hope that we can be of some small assistance. If your attire is ought to go by, your assistance should prove invaluable indeed. So I'm assuming the reason why is because we can't go through this gate. To begin with, let me tell you where we stand. Beyond rises Circus Tower, the principal spire of the structure collectively known as the Crystal Tower. The only way to get inside is through the proverbial front door, the imposing gate you see here. The problem is we can't get it to open. It's sealed by some mechanism whose workings are an utter mystery to us. Having had no success via more orthodox methods, I went at it with everything from a pickaxe to a Magitech cannon. Nothing so much as a scratch on it. For a blessing, the gate doesn't try to reduce us to ashes like the 8 Sentinels, but it doesn't make it any less effective as a security measure. It's fiendishly frustrating in its simplicity. The only clue we have is the elaborate device carved upon it. A man and a woman, respectant. Allegan royalty, by my judgment. I was thinking the same thing. Precisely who these individuals were, we cannot say, nor do we know whether the devices actually serve as a purpose. Like as not, it is purely decorative. You apparently know what's happening, though. Oh? What you gonna do? If you're thinking to force it, save your strength. It's no use. Just ask the calluses on my hands. Rest assured, we do not mean to waste our strength. Indeed. Why should we exert ourselves when the gate will open of its own accord? Exactly how? Of course, through magic! Why didn't we think of that? Ooh. The gate is open! Nice. And everyone's dumbfounded. I don't think any of us expected that to happen. I kinda did. A little bit. 7 hells. What is this? What did you do? What are you? That is a good question. You gonna answer? Piercing the heavens and gathering the light, a symbol of mankind's glory and might. Its virtue guarded by gates impregnable, only to those of royal blood answerable. Exactly as passed down through legend, I'm delighted to see. Goody. It's Nero! Hello again. Beg pardons for interrupting your bewilderment. I couldn't help but notice the remarkable playthings you've acquired. Nero, you're still alive? Garland, if I didn't know better, I would say you weren't happy to see me. But I jest. In light of our recent meetings, you have every right to be wary. But rest assured, I'm no longer a threat to you. My legion is for all intents and purposes defunct, and my association with it means a tight noose awaits me back in Garlemald, and so I've been roaming this land Eorzea, a regular itinerant. In the course of my wanderings, I chanced to catch wind of your latest venture. It sounded positively fascinating, and so I decided to come here and join you. After the wrongs you've committed, you think us that gullible? If you are suspicious of my intent, 'tis only my just deserts. But I'm determined to make amends. As a gesture of goodwill, I'll share with you what I know, starting with these two odd characters. And what could you possibly know? As you are doubtless already aware, the Crystal Tower was the symbol of ancient Alag's might and prosperity. Entry was permitted only to royalty and a select few individuals. According to the records I've unearthed, only royal blood can open the gate. In other words, the Emperor and his progeny were living keys. So they're related. They're royalty. That's what I was thinking. You mean to say that these two are descended from Alagan royalty? Oh, I suggest nothing so glamorous. So they're not? To put it plainly, they are imitations of royalty. Living keys born of Alagan ingenuity. So they were made, not born? Clones, I believe, is the name you creators gave your kind. Is that not so? Clones. So they were made. 'Twas seen the time of concealment is past. Hi. What are you looking at me for? Pray accept our apologies. 'Twas not our intent to deceive. We simply wish to avoid causing undue alarm by prematurely making what many would consider deranged claims. If it please you, let us return to the 8 Sentinels. There is much and more to tell. I mean, sure, yeah. Very well. Okay, but what do we do about Nero? I mean, he did say he's no longer a threat. 7 hells, do you seriously mean to follow us around? Come, Garland. You know me better than to think I spoke in jest. What more would it take for us to be reconciled? A gift, perhaps? An Alagan tombstone. It holds the information I just shared with you, and a deal more besides. It used to be the jealously guarded property of the 14th Legion, but it's yours now. I wish you joy of it. I look forward to working together, old friend. Okay, so temporary ally, former enemy, fun. I wonder if he's actually going to turn a leaf, though. That would be interesting if he does. Alright, so next I talked to Doga. And you know what? Actually, me thinking about it, I'm realizing something odd is probably going to happen, considering that, if I recall correctly, Doga and Yune were antagonists in Final Fantasy III. I hope that's not the case here, but that just means I have to be wary of them going forward. If you are ready to listen, then we shall tell you all. As it pertains closely to our investigation, your leader Rambros may wish to be present. Okay. So is he coming here, or are we coming to him? He's coming to us, okay. Before we begin, pray allow me to apologize again. It was not our intent to deceive you. As you will have you have already gathered, we are not scholars sent by the students of Baldessian. Nay, we are clones, copies of people who once existed, given life through Alagan technology. This is a rather lot to take in. If it would not be considered unseemly, might I ask why you and yours were created, and more specifically, what it is you now seek to do? Answering your question requires that we revisit Alagan history. Pray bear with us. The Alagan Empire reached its zenith long before our kind came into being. In that glorious age, the Crystal Tower stood tall as the symbol of Alagan pride. Parents took their children there that they might learn how the nigh limitless energy it produced brought prosperity to the whole empire. That prosperity, however, bred decadence, and the empire began to show signs of stagnation. This decline was made all the more rapid for want of strong leadership. In a matter of generations, the Alagan civilization became a pale shadow of its former self. Its once gleaming cities fell into disrepair, and its frontier lands were given over to the wilderness. Lamenting the pitiful state of affairs, one technologist made it his mission to restore Alag to greatness. Amon was his name, and he believed that the ailing empire wanted for but a potent ruler, and none was more potent than its founding father, whom he sought to resurrect. The founding father? You cannot mean Emperor Zand. None other. As part of his experiments, Amon created clones of the Emperor's descendants. We are the products of that experiment, copies of Yune and Doga. Historical texts mention the reigns of two Alagan emperors named Zand. Two named Zand? It was commonly believed that the second was the namesake of the first. After all, such a custom is not uncommon among royalty and commoners alike. To think that the two were in fact one and the same. Aye, Zand returned from the grave and assumed his throne once more. And true to Amon's prediction, the Emperor restored his realm to the glory it once knew. Would that he would have been satisfied with that. In his previous life, the Emperor desired to bring the entire world under Alagan dominion, an ambition that ultimately went unfulfilled. Having been granted a second chance, he was determined to succeed. Realizing that he needed more power to wage his war of conquest, Zand turned his sights toward a forbidden source, darkness. In order to learn how to harness this power, he converted the Crystal Tower into a restricted research facility. You seem happy to hear that. Darkness? Again? Seven hells, what is it with megalomaniacal rulers turning to darkness in their lust for power? Well, at least this one won't be bothering us, being thousands of years dead and all. Would that you were right, Master Garland. Oh. Alas, Emperor Zand is very much alive. Within Circus Tower he still abides, his ambition burning all the more ardently for his empire's collapse. Ooh, pretty. Wielding the power of darkness requires prodigious amounts of energy that not even this Crystal Tower could produce. In order to augment the shortfall, Dalamud was created and launched into the heavens. On high it hung, gathering the sun's energy and channeling it to the tower below. So, hold on, Dalamud was created just for this tower? I thought it was created just to seal Bahamut away. Huh. However, a miscalculation resulted in a surge of energy that escaped into the land. This triggered an earthquake of unprecedented violence, the calamity that ushered the Fourth Umbral Era. In the blink of an eye, the mighty Alagan Empire was laid to waste. Yet even as the Crystal Tower was sinking into the earth, the technologist Amon, now Emperor Zan's closest aide, invoked powerful magics and halted the flow of time. Every soul within the structure, the Emperor included, was placed in a deep slumber. In that state, they were to remain until the time was ripe to awaken. Eras came and went. After millennia laying dormant, Dalamud was summoned back to the Earth. Its descent triggered the Seventh Umbral Era, and in the wake of which the Crystal Tower re-emerged. For that moment, Emperor Zand awaked. At that moment, Emperor Zand awakened. Well, that's him. In his lust for power, the Emperor consorted with the darkness and was seduced by its corrupting influence. Even though his empire is little more than a fading memory, he will stop at nothing to see his ambition realized. Ooh. Still alive after all this time, he must be so bored. 'Tis for no other purpose but to put an end to Zan's madness that we exist. This is the mantle we have inherited from our namesakes, the true Yune and Doga. Fearing what might befall the world, the two of them sought to thwart their emperor. They gave unto us their will, that we might carry on their mission should they fail. When we came to our senses within the Crystal Tower, we deliberated a course of action. Concluding that we alone could not overcome Zand, we struck out to find a worthy ally. It has taken us years, but our search is finally over. 'Tis no ordinary man who can cut a path through the labyrinth of the ancients. With you as our champion, Dexter Gravel, we are confident that we can end Zand's dark ambition once and for all. With my help? Okay. Well, that'll teach me for speaking too soon. Setting my chagrin aside, I see now why you knew about the said students of Baldessian among a host of other things. You were observing our investigation the whole time. So, what will we do, Dexter? The world's in grave danger again, and it just so happens you're an expert at saving it. I mean, reluctantly, but sure, I'll do it. Yeah. You have our eternal gratitude. Together, let us see the Alagan Empire's dark past laid to rest. It has been our mission to recover the long-lost knowledge of the Alagan civilization, but what worth is that knowledge if it means subjecting the realm to peril? Truth be told, it pains me to think that the tower's secrets may become lost to us, but the greater good must ever come first. Besides, no quantity of ancient relics can compare to our friends Yuna and Doga, living, breathing Alagans. And so, I hereby declare a change in Noah's objective. Henceforth, we shall direct all efforts towards sealing off Circus Tower. Its dark secrets must never know the light of day. Dexter, as you did for us within the Labyrinth of the Ancients, I would have you enter the structure and eliminate hostile elements. Suffice to say, this includes Emperor Zan himself. Uh-oh. Gotta go kill an emperor. Meanwhile, the rest of us shall examine ways to isolate Circus Tower from the outside world. To work, then! Yeah, to work. Although I don't know exactly what work I'm going to do at the moment. Still need to find a way in. I think I did, though. Or we did. Did we? Wait, yes, we did. They donate Dogen Yuna unlocked away. That's right. Wait, there's something I must know. My right eye is like yours. Does does this mean you inherited the trait from your father? You said. Know that clones are unable to bear offspring. You have no cause for concern. The Alagan Eye, you called it, but to us it's the Royal Eye, owing to the fact that the trait manifests only in those possessed of royal blood. I cannot well explain why the eye runs in your line, but I am disinclined to think it a coincidence. Though you are doubtless impatient to learn the truth, pray have patience. All will be revealed in due time. Let's hope so. With the tower ominously standing in the distance. Okay. Oh yeah. Speak of the Grauha once more, right? Yeah. So what do we do now? My apologies if I've given you cause to worry. I'm quite well, I assure you. As you can appreciate, there has been much for me to think on. But now is the time for action, not idle thoughts. Circus Tower awaits us. Your task is to eliminate all hostile elements within the structure, Zan himself included. This will afford us the chance to seal off the facility. May the crystal grant you strength. Okie dokie, we gotta go kill an emperor. Circus Tower now accessible. I, however, think that should actually be enough for me for tonight. I will continue, maybe continue with this next week, and then maybe see what I can do about these other quests that I've been unlocking. Like I said, what I'm gonna do in the meantime is level up another class, at least one other class. I still don't know which one that's gonna be. Maybe the Paladin, maybe the Monk, I'm not sure. But I'm gonna start leveling up another class so I can start working on unlocking other stuff as that class. Since, like I said, I wanted to focus on my warrior being for the main scenario. But the main scenario technically includes this because it's required. So, until hopefully next week, if the servers decide to be, more forgiving, I should be able to continue this next week. Until then, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a good night.